Yo, 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 what's up, people? We back. El Chapo, Biz, cooking up. What it is. What it is, man. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, they say, I don't know if he can make bond or not. I just wanted to talk about him and his bond situation. But, you ready to get rock and rolling. Yellow Bees, we're going to check in and see what's going on with Yellow Bees. You got a dude on the internet telling the whole situation about how everything played out and why Mo3 was killed and this. But I told y'all, dude told on Yellow Beezy. Yellow Beezy must want kicking that bread out. What's up, butter? Yellow Beezy, he want to take care of that boy, man. That boy turned on him. That's crazy. You wait till you get sentenced to turn on him. He must be getting treated bad in the system or something. I mean, because that's the only thing that makes sense. See, y'all, see, the thing is, niggas be thinking I just be making shit up. I just go with what makes sense a lot of times, man. Like, a lot of times, you don't need, really need a whole lot of, you know what I mean? That man, that shit happened how many years ago? Like, it don't take, what's up, Harmo? It don't take 6 years to lock somebody up for murder, man. Especially when you already got somebody arrested. Only thing made sense is that boy said, man, look, I'm ready to tell it all, man. I'm ready to tell it all. And they gonna release him. Watch. Watch after they find Yella Beezy guilty. They gonna release him. He gonna immediate release. You know what I mean? 5 years. What he had? What he caught? 9. He caught 9 for the firearm. As soon as Yella Beezy get found guilty, they gonna let him go. Watch. Time served. Might take another year. That's fucked up, though. You got paid, nigga. And ain't nobody thought you got caught. Yeah, man. People crazy, man. Oh my god, I forgot about this dog. I hope this motherfucker ain't leave the yard. Man, stupid. Fuck is he at? This dog, and I am not probably looking for y'all. Oh gosh. This bitch nigga left the fucking yard. Nico! Oh my goodness. I be sick and tired of these fucking animals, man. I might have to end this live, y'all. Man, he cotton up a little motherfucker. Nico! Get your ass in this fucking house. Whip your ass. In the cage. In the cage. Come on. See, he ain't the dumb one. Should be he ain't worth for the little one. She leaves the cage and she fucking goes on fucking goddamn trail walks. Ain't no telling where the fuck she be at. Might find her motherfucking ass 17 blocks away. At somebody else's house. Like, yeah, we was just holding them for you. Yo, I'm with yo, you wild, man. Alright, yo, what I was talking about? Yeah, man, rest in peace, George Foreman, man. God damn. Motherfucking champ. With all them damn kids. And rest in peace to George Foreman, man. I seen George Foreman die. Oh, I want to talk about that Baltimore situation too, y'all. Yo, let me tell niggas something, right? Cause yo, we've been conditioned, right, to think this shit cool, but it's not. It's really goofy. And some niggas might not agree, but it is what it is. Yo, it ain't nothing slick, right, about having females fight over you. You know what I mean? That shit is like wildly goofy. And the reason I say that, right? Because through my experiences, like when I was doing, like when I was moving like that, yo, I ain't never had no female fight over me, yo. You know why? Because I believe the only time females fight over guys is when niggas is lying to them. Niggas be out here with 5 girlfriends. You know what I mean? Or at least that's what they think. But in reality, he don't fuck with none of them. But it's unnecessary. That's why I don't respect it. It's unnecessary. Yo, you ain't gotta move like that, yo. You ain't gotta move like that. Because at the end of the day, women will fuck with you if you tell them what it is. Girls, women, all of them. If you tell them what it is, they respect it way more. Only time, like, yo, I done had homeboys, right? Tire slash. I ain't never went through none of that. And when I was living like that, I always had multiple females. But this was years ago. I ain't talking about nothing recent because I ain't been fucking around in years. But what I'm saying was, I didn't have those problems, y'all. Yeah, he might do come up in dirt case. I didn't have no Big U Ray come up in a whole lot of people cases. Cause Loose Cannon, them boys gonna be in that bitch telling everything. So let's go to this shit real quick, right? Out of Baltimore. Hey, yo, for real, bro. She really be like 17 blocks away, bro. I called her over there at somebody else's house. Lady like, oh yeah, we just was gonna hold them for you. Like she crossed the main street and everything. That'd be wilding, bro. I said he wasn't gonna go nowhere. He's scary. I ain't gonna say he's scary. He just not. Yeah, I bet y'all. I ain't gonna say he's scary. I did a whole video on that bench way before the motherfuckers even. I did a video on that 2 days ago. That paperwork Ben came out, but YouTube ain't probably send nobody no notifications. But I did a video on that 2 days ago. That shit came out 2 days ago. You got out of them on firearms charges. But that's the thing, right? Them boys should have known that. Like, I see this one. I don't understand. For years, they was grabbing them boys, questioning them, Loose Cannon, Brick Baby. And it's like, yo, y'all didn't know these people was coming. Like, it's no way they didn't know these people was coming. They had to know. They had to know. But the crazy thing about it is they ain't tighten up. They just was like, fuck it. I guess they coming, they coming. Motherfuckers ain't changed nothing. That like button, y'all. YouTube better stop playing with our numbers, y'all. Before I went live, right? I went to 2 different pages that got way less followers than me. And they all had hundreds of people. So I don't know if they fake. But it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, they be playing with us. At 100 crazy. Eugene Henley, no. No, Eugene. That was scary ass nigga. Big baby release. I don't know if that's true or not. Man, free Lil X, man.
Love the culture.
I got shot. I came back. I want answers. I got closure. Man, Lil X was that nigga, man. This song probably got his ass investigated. But he dragged on that motherfucker, though. Shorty dragged on there, man. Lil X might come home sooner than that 20 years, though. He got a stipulation in his guilty plea to where so he can appeal it. Because they got him on a faulty warrant. I think the house got raided. No. One of his stash houses that got he had to get evicted. And the sheriff went in there and performed the eviction and ended up tipping the fucking police about some drugs or some shit like that. Yo, I gotta show this. Yo, we gotta talk about something else first. Yo, I want to talk about this first, though, yo. Like, yo, this type shit is unacceptable, yo. I blame men for this. This is from niggas not knowing how to fuck with females and having all these girls thinking that they're in relationships with them. You get situations like this where this girl got murdered. Oh, that's not the video. This ain't it. What the fuck was that, WJZ? See, but a lot of niggas, especially young boys, they think this shit cool. Man, I had them fighting over me, da-da-da-da-da. Like, female shouldn't be. If a female fighting over you, doing something wrong. You know, they tricked us and made us believe that you doing, that's not doing something right. You doing something wrong, man. I mean, you ain't playing the game right. Because if you was playing the game right, they would all know where they stand. And it would never be no confusion. This what happened when niggas creating confusion. Yo, who the fuck did the video? Hold up. Hey, Ben, I hope everything work out for you, man. No, that shit gotta be hard to deal with. Talk about that later. Trap Boy Freddy. So, y'all, the guy that killed Trouble, remember him? Died over the female. Got another situation. Beefing over a girl. So, nearly 3 years after the murder of rapper Trouble, the man accused of fatally shooting him was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Jermichael Jones pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter in front of Rockdale County Superior Courtroom on Friday after accepting a plea deal. And on June 5th, Trouble and Jones' ex-girlfriend were awoken by Jones punching his ex in the face. Jones and Trouble then began fighting, and a woman tried to help the rapper when Jones pulled out a gun and shot Trouble and left the scene. The rapper was shot in the chest. Somebody said he'd be out in 5 to 7 years. That's crazy. Yo, broke in the house. Let me find that video. Yo, so this, I wanted to shed light on this story. I haven't got a chance to shed light on it yet. But what news is this?
Cell phone video captures the chaos at East Preston and Greenmount Avenue in North Baltimore, where Baltimore City Police say 31-year-old Shakima Turner was shot to death. You can hear bystanders cheering the woman on, then gunshots.
It was just a lot of chaos.
Police say investigators arrived on the scene and Turner was taken to a hospital where she died.
It's all over nothing, over a boy. It didn't have to turn out this way.
One witness who asked to conceal her identity tells WJZ the shooting stemmed from multiple arguments throughout the day between Turner and another woman. That witness says the tension started over a man.
They went to my neighbor's house. They again kicking on the door, saying, "Come outside, we want to fight, we want to fight."
Those arguments then escalated into the streets. This video, now circulating on social media, shows a woman running down East Preston with a gun in her hand, chasing after who is believed to be Turner in the distance.
The lady grabbed her purse, chased her down the street, shot her. Everybody left the lady to die on the corner. Then they had to get this water. They really did, man.
Cell phone video captures the chaos at East Preston and Greenmount.
Yo, she had a big ass gun too, man. That shit looked like a 4.5 or something. Like whatever she had, that shit was huge. But I blame men for that though, man. If the females you dealing with knew what the role they played, you don't have them type of problems. You don't have them type of problems, man. Look at this shit. This shit had me dying laughing. Dennis Duke wants AI banned after somebody made this video of him with LeBron James. Look at this shit, y'all. This shit funny. What the fuck? This just pop up on the screen. Yo, who the fuck did that to yo, man? It ain't Cap. It ain't Cap. TMC. AMI. Yeah, whatever the fuck you saying. It ain't Cap. I done dealt with a lot of females in my life, bro. I never had this issue. All the guys that I know have had this issue got 5 girlfriends. At least that's what they think. Meanwhile, he ain't fucking with none of them. He just, all of them think this my boyfriend. Only time that shit happens is if you ain't playing the game right, bro. Yo mad as shit. Yo bad.
I can't even make this shit up though. Like I can't, like, no bullshit, nigga. Out of every 2 niggas in the whole fucking universe, nigga, and y'all sitting there letting them do this shit, cause why the fuck do they keep doing it? Cause y'all.
Yo bad as shit. Why they got that bad in the crop top?
Look how I'm fucking standing. Why the fuck I couldn't be Bronny, if anything?
Yeah, they got the nigga in the crop top, yo. This nigga bad as shit.
Come on now. I feel like this gotta be some type of like, bruh, y'all pushing this shit, bro. Like, I'm saying, why the fuck you couldn't have me? Like, why the fuck motherfuckers keep throwing me in situations where they want to see me motherfucking twerking and shit, bro? Y'all niggas gay, bro. I swear to God, bro. It ain't nothing even wrong with that either, bro. But it's like, but this is the 4th one, though, right?
Hey, yo, fuck no. Hey, why they do that to that man, yo? Look at his face. He bad as shit. Yeah, I be bad too though, yo.
Come on now. I feel like this.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yo, fuck no, yo. Hey, yo, fuck no. Yo,
Places with a celebrity.
hell no, yo. Fuck no. Yo, people foul, man. People foul this shit. Is that his song? Is this song called LeBron? He made a song called LeBron James? Look, I ain't even watch it, but I clicked it. I knew it was gonna be funny because I know how that AI shit get, man. You know that AI stuff, wild, man. So they got a video of Yella Beezy turning himself in. They put that fuck boy at the top of the algorithm, like he got the best video. Fuck out of here. Watch that boy. This the video? No, this ain't that.
When the road gets rough
That's not
and the burden.
23 hours ago. Here we go. 3 hours ago. Hold on.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Begin with breaking news in Dallas. Dallas, where rapper Yella Beezy has been arrested and accused of orchestrating the murder of another rapper in 2020.
Rapper Mo3 was gunned down on I-35E. Images of a gunman on the freeway were widely shared at the time. NBC5's Allie Spilliards joins us with more on the arrest. What do you know, Allie?
Brian and Brittany, on Tuesday, a grand jury indicted rapper Yella Beezy, otherwise known as Marquise Conway, with capital murder while remuneration in connection to the 2020 shooting death of Mo3. Today, Conway was booked into the Dallas County Jail. A grand jury referral says Conway hired a man named Kewan White to kill Melvin Noble, also known as Mo3. Noble was killed in a brazen attack on I-35 near Marsalis Avenue on November 11, 2020.
Yeah, especially when he already had his time. Like, you already got your time, bro. Your must was getting treated bad in there. Yo, Beezy wasn't sending him no money.
Noble stopped on the freeway when a dark-colored vehicle approached him. They say that's when the man in the other vehicle got out of his car with a gun and began walking towards Noble's car. Noble then got out and ran away. Investigators say the armed man chased Noble and fired several shots, hitting him at least once. A second person in a nearby car was also struck but survived. Now, up until now, Kewan White and another man named Devin Brown had been indicted on a murder charge linked to that shooting. While police have said White is the suspected shooter, they said Brown was upset over a relationship. As for Yella Beezy's alleged involvement, police have not given...
It's not the video I'm looking for. It's a video of him turning himself. It looked like they either locked him up or turned himself in. Every politician's got it. I watch this video. He make me want to even talk about this shit. Y'all see Charleston White still lying? He a lying motherfucker, man. That boy do not got the truth in him. Oh, still lying. Making it seem like it's something that it ain't, making excuses for why he told on his friends. Not this. I was on Urban Politicians earlier, y'all. Was up there fucking with y'all about an hour. I mean, actually 3 hours for real. I think we had some good conversation. I'll go check that out. Yo, what the fuck is they doing? This is the video I'm looking for right here. Yeah. See, this is the thing, right? And you know, I be hard on the blogs about the bullshit that they be pushing, right? Now, these beefs don't start on the blogs. My issue with the blogs is y'all motherfuckers don't make it no worse. Y'all make this shit worse. Like, if you know
medical scans can help find blood clots, check bone density, and
you know it's a problem. Why the fuck is you instigating it? Like, that's the shit I can't get with these blogs. Now, a lot of these beefs don't start there, but the blogs make it the way it's all. They can't resolve them. Some of if the blogs stayed out of some of these beefs, they probably could be resolved, man. So this is them taking Yella Beezy in custody right here.
This is an arrest, years in the making. Rapper Marquise Conway, known as Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder in connection to the shooting death of Melvin Noble, a rival artist who went by Mo3.
It's just a devastating loss for someone that had so much potential.
Eric Deep is a local hip-hop journalist and Mo3 fan who wrote this article in the Dallas Observer about the artist last year.
He had expert melodics and storytelling. He has ferocious rhymes. everything about his music is that it was like had a lot of pain and truth in it, you know.
Yeah, I know that he worked. Oh, he worked.
Mo3 songs like Everybody Not Your Friend, especially poignant because the rappers were once friends. But charging documents accuse Conway of hiring Kewan White to carry out the brutal murder on I-35 near Illinois Avenue in Dallas in November 2020.
For me, it's just like it feels a little bittersweet, you know. Like on the one hand, you do appreciate there is some justice.
You must want to send that money over.
But on the other hand, it's like now you lose another big name like Yella Beezy.
Devin Maurice Brown also faces charges in Noble's murder.
They got me on the edge.
But Mo3 lives.
You can really just hear it at any rap show, right? If you're at like a rap show, I would guarantee like 8 times out of 10, the DJ is going to do a tribute to Mo3. They're going to just say like, long live 3.
In Dallas, I'm Dia Wall.
Friendly reminder that if you want to catch us talking to you about the Grizzlies in a different way, check out our newsletter.
Yo, Ben in them cuffs, that is like when you facing a situation where you might never come home. Yo, that is tough, man. That is tough, man. So somebody posted this earlier. Kewan White makes deal with DA and is the star witness against Yella Beezy in a murder for hire plot. White helped obtain phone recordings and money wiring evidence and incriminating evidence against Marquise Conway, aka Yella Beezy. Yo went bad on him. Damn. Yo went bad on him. Which one was that? So this the girl? They was beefing over this girl right here. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, he paid him. He probably, Yo, but the crazy thing, he only had 9 years. I ain't gonna say only had 9 years. That's a long time, but he ain't catch life. Yo wouldn't even want to do that, I guess. So you got this guy on the internet explaining. He's explaining the whole situation. I don't know who he is, but check yo out.
Knew the situation between Yella Beezy and Mo3. Mo3 got on the track and bragged about shooting Yella Beezy multiple times. Bragged about killing Trap Boy Freddie Homeboys multiple times. So I understand his mom and friends want justice for him, but let's call a spade a spade. These was 2 street niggas beefing, amen? It all started when Yella Beezy got Roy Lee knocked off. Now, why he did that, I don't know. Dude was a whole comedian. But allegedly, Yella Beezy had enough of this man and got him killed. Mo3 was not having that shit because that was one of his best friends. One of his only friends in the music industry. One of his only friends in the city. So what did Mo3 do? Catch Yella Beezy at a strip club, chase him through every light imaginable, and shot the fuck out him on the highway. Yella Beezy, being way smarter than Mo3, came back and got Mo3 friend killed named Lil Bubba. The murder of Lil Bubba was publicized and shown all on TV because it was mafia style, so they knew then hits was being ordered in Dallas. After that, that put Mo3 back against the wall, and he had to show that he was out here gorilla status. So he started stepping on shit, robbing shit, shooting shit, bragging about it. 3 was a whole villain. Trap Boy and Yella Beezy could not take it, so as a result, they commenced murder, allegedly. They commenced it. So we saying long live 3, and that's on me. But the truth of the matter is we have 2 young black superstars who was very successful, had children, supported their family and friends. They were great black men for the community, but they chose violence and threw it all away. This is Dallas County. I do not understand why Yella Beezy or Mo3 thought they could get away with this shit, but they about to learn real fast, because Mo3 gonna get charged from the grave for all that bragging on them bodies he was doing. Y'all gonna see he wasn't no good guy. Y'all been knew the situation.
I don't know if any of that shit is true, but niggas gotta leave that, man. That street shit ain't worth it though, man. It's sad, yo, it be taking this long for us to, realize that. I guess this is shit he talking about. fuck this thing?
You drop a couple songs, and you'll see. Look around the club. People know all the words to the verses.
Yeah, but your song right here is not going to get out of the system.
No, this is a personal thing that Tim felt he needed to do.
Right.
You know, and he did it. And Tupac back in the day.
You can't say they go to Mo 3 and be like, look at this.
Yeah, George Foreman passed
Happy
away.
birthday, Roy. Look what
I
you're
didn't say he
saying.
did. I just think he's probably a little smarter than to just totally switch himself up.
Man, take K did it. Now look at him. I talk for Mo 3 and I talk for Yella Beezy, but I'm not trying to see these two out here incriminating themselves over something stupid.
Like, why they lying to them people like
Motherfucker, man. Like, yo, this, I ain't gonna lie. Mo 3 death, that shit was, yo, Shorty was talented. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about him. I don't give a fuck if you ain't like him. He had talent, man. He could have took this music shit to the fucking moon. If he could have got off that street shit, he'd have took this shit to the moon, man. He's on songs rapping about crimes. These young niggas crazy. Well, I can't get back to the first screen. So shit's go Mo 3 at the y'all be shooting on Texas too. You and that yellow scared of me, big blood. So that's what he said back then. These niggas is crazy, man. Jesus Christ. So a lot of that stemmed from I ain't saved that Roy Lee. What's that? God damn it.
the state of Texas, Marquise Conway. So he got a grand jury. So this other boy that did the murder, Kevon White, was brought in front of the grand jury and testified to the grand jury that he killed Mo 3 for money that was supplied by this boy Marquise Noble. Wow. And what it says in this indictment. The state of Texas, Marquise Conway. So he got a grand jury. So this other boy that did the murder, Kevon White, was brought in front of the grand jury and testified to the grand jury that he killed Mo 3 for money that was supplied by this boy Marquise Noble. Wow. And what it says in this indictment. The state of Texas.
Dang. It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game, man. Motherfucker better get out the streets as fast as possible. These boys are playing foul. They playing foul, man. Damn, yo. It was a Roy Lee talking about a fight. They said that's what jump started the whole thing. Let's see if I can find it. Roy Lee fight. I remember, yo, he was a comedian dude. That ain't it. And these blogs been instigating beefs for a long time. Damn. Y'all had no idea, yo, these blogs been instigating beefs this long. I didn't even know Real Life Street Stars was around 7 years ago. Damn, they've been on the internet long as a bitch. Yeah, rest in peace, George Foreman. Appreciate it, Al.
Hey, set it up, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Set up the motherfucking fight. Enjoy life, smile every motherfucking day. You ain't got nothing from them shoulders, nigga. You ain't hit me, nigga. Sneaking, you gotta boom, boom. Gotta knock me out. Sneaking and getting it blocked. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, nigga. You know who hit me. Your heavy-handed ass partner that was behind me hit me in the back of my head. My shit still hurt too. You gotta come on with it, Yella. Now you gotta come on with it. Now you gotta set up a fight. Set it up. Bet $8,000 on the fight. Your 8, my 8. We gonna find a ref. Everybody come and drink and chill. Sit down and watch the fight. Set it up. If you can sneak me in there, we can set up a fight, right? Oh no, I don't want to do all that. That's what he gonna say. Nigga ain't from no motherfucking Oak Cliff, nigga. You from Lancaster, nigga. You from Terrell. You ain't what school you went to in Oak Cliff? What high school you went to? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what he gonna say. What school you went to in Oak Cliff? How am I lying? Why am I lying? Why am I lying? Why am I make up something? What school you went to? Oh, okay. Yeah. Enjoy life. You ain't eat free lunch in Oak Cliff, fool.
Yeah, Rob.
You ain't eat free lunch. Why you eat free lunch at? The Browns? You got robbed in the Browns? You got robbed. You the only rapper I know that got robbed twice.
Appreciate it, bro.
Ain't did nothing to now one of them niggas. Yeah, when you see them, you ain't do nothing. Ooh, you ain't do nothing, did you? This me, Riley. This the nigga you tried to sneak last night. Come on, man. What's set it up?
Yo, what
you
the
like
fuck?
smile every day, bet 8,000 on it.
Just like these beasts be starting over nothing. We gotta stop killing each other over nothing, man. A disagreement turns into mad deaths. A whole bunch of families mourning. This should be. I just be like, damn, bro. We gotta figure out a better way, to get this shit right. This shit crazy. I seen the dude earlier. I ain't gonna say his name on Instagram, talking about how we be crashing out and we ain't the only ones crashed out. Didn't I show y'all the Ryan Wetton dude? Just look at this dude. He was a figure skater, right? People probably didn't even cover it. I covered this case, but people don't be covering shit like this. Ryan Wetton path from Olympian to most wanted. We are not the only. It's exploitation, y'all. That's the shit that people don't understand. It's not that we the only ones doing this shit. They just don't talk about these other motherfuckers. Look at this guy. He one of the worst of the worst. Check yo out.
For years, former associates and rivals have been turning up dead, from Canada to Colombia. The long trail of bodies leading to an unlikely suspect. Ryan Wetton, once an Olympic snowboarder from BC, now one of the FBI's most wanted, with a $10 million bounty on his head.
Wetton went from being an elite athlete to an alleged drug kingpin.
Fuck niggas talking about. Let me before I go to him. This the shit that pissed. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Cause he pissed me off. Niggas be so loud and ignorant. Don't know nothing they talking about. Fuck, what the fuck's name of your page? New York, nigga. That's the video.
Yo, as usual, just donkey shit. I'm talking about Yella Beezy. I'm talking about K-Flock, Big U, and Nipsey and all this situation that's going on with our culture. Right? It's always somebody with the dumb shit. Yo, you never post about the white people.
So?
They be doing the same what? Send me 5 rock and roll artists that's been locked up for allegedly putting a hit out on another rock and roll artist. I will wait. Give me 2. Give me 2. Give me 2 white R&B artists or whoever the fuck you wanna. That's white. That's been locked up in the last 5 years for.
This is pure ignorance, y'all. Loud as a bitch. Wrong as a motherfucker. You feel me? Like, yo, niggas just be talking, yo. Like, yo, do some research. So I told him, I said, yo, Google Ryan Wetton. Look, he ain't even. I said he worse than all of them. Motherfucker don't reply to that though. I know he Googled it though because I done had this back and forth with him before with the ignorance. So I know he looked it up, but he's saying that he was wrong, so he don't want to reply. So now let's go back to Ryan Wetton. Let's check yo out. Let's see how yo was moving. Figure skater, Olympian, figure skater, most wanted fugitive. It ain't just no hip hop. I think I the only one that did a video on this. Ain't nobody. I ain't seen no other video on this situation. That's how I know about it.
And murderer to now a famous fugitive.
I got videos that I've done on the Banditos, the Hell's Angels. Like it was not just black people. They just choose to exploit the ills in the black community and make the 10% the 90%. That's what that's a choice. It's not reality. In reality, most of our families work every day. If you look at your family at a family reunion or whenever your family get together, how many people is actively in the streets compared to how many people is working? That shit probably like 2% of everybody's family doing some street shit. You feel me? You're right. They just make sure you see us.
Retracing his path from the top of the mountain to the underworld, we hear for the first time from the woman he married while in prison.
He said that he was just at the wrong place at wrong time.
And the FBI agent who confronted him.
He's someone who needs to be brought to justice because this won't be the end.
At the 2002 games in Salt Lake City, somewhere in that Team Canada crowd was a promising 20-year-old Olympic rookie, seemingly destined for a long career on the slopes.
Ryan Wetting.
At 6'3" and with grandparents who owned a ski hill in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Wetting proved the natural, flying down the giant slalom course. Though this would be his only time competing on the world's biggest stage. Failing to qualify for the next round, within years, Wetting would be forging ties with a Mexican drug cartel. For the Vancouver Sun, crime reporter Kim Boland wrote about Wetting when those connections later came to light.
I got a lot of calls from his friends and family after I first reported on the case, suggesting that, we were being cruel to report this and that he was a great guy. He was a very charismatic person, very popular, lots of women in his life.
In 2006, in Maple Ridge, east of Vancouver,
still on a run. They ain't catch him yet.
Sign of trouble. Wetting's name appeared in an RCMP search warrant for a cannabis grow-op. He wasn't charged yet, but his criminal connections flourished. In June 2008, Wetting flew to Los Angeles to buy 24 kilograms of cocaine. Instead, he got caught in a sting operation and was arrested by FBI Special Agent Brett Kalina. Now retired, we reached him in San Diego.
We really didn't know about Ryan Wetting until he stepped off the plane. He was very confident.
Yeah, they ain't catch yo yet. I did a video on yo probably 2 years ago. They ain't catch yo yet.
Like any other that he may have done up in Canada. And again, we didn't have a huge history at that point of him. We did not know he was a snowboarder.
U.S. court records obtained by CBC News show Wetting pleaded with the judge for a lenient sentence. Your Honor, what I did was completely out of character for me, he said. I am truly sorry. As an athlete, I was always taught that there is no second chances, and well, I'm here asking for exactly that. Wetting was sentenced to 4 years behind bars and sent to a notorious mega...
4 years? 24 keys? It's the shit I be talking about, man. This not the United States. I think this is Canada, but still. I doubt a black man in Canada getting 4 years for 24 keys.
Prison in West Texas. Our investigation
oh no, it's United States. I forgot this is California.
businesswoman.
4 years, 24 keys in California.
Here's the marriage license, dated February 14th, Valentine's Day 2011, while Wedding was an inmate, and after she says they dated in BC. We reached his former bride on the phone all these years later.
You married him
about,
while
Les? You know who this is?
prison. Didn't you have any concerns about his lifestyle at the time?
No, he said that he was wrong.
You heard
He
him
was
before?
just there with a friend, and he got convicted. Like he was just at the wrong place and wrong time.
Are you involved in money laundering?
Let me check.
No, of course I am not.
In fact, we found the woman's name came up twice in police investigations tied to money laundering. We're not naming her here since she's not charged with a crime.
Damn.
But records show she and Wedding moved in together in Coquitlam, BC after he got out of prison. Around the time authorities say he was building his own criminal network. By 2015,
More than likely, I
Wedding
got it.
was
I
on
don't
the
see it in my emails,
RCMP's
bro.
radar when they unveiled a major operation targeting cartel-linked coke.
Hold up. Let me check. I'm gonna go back to that. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I got it, Rob. I got it, bro. I got it. Shoot the Rob for the $5 cash app, man. Appreciate it.
Cocaine imports by sea.
Go back.
But in Coquitlam, BC, after he got out of prison. Around the time authorities say he was building his own criminal network.
Yo, it get worse. Motherfuckers, man, this nigga is ruthless. White boy. Figure skater. Ruthless. You heard me. Wait till they get to, let's see how deep they go into this shit, because in the paperwork I read, yo was getting motherfuckers whacked from Columbia. Man, ruthless. None of these niggas, not a Big U, not a Lord Dirk, not a Yella Beezy, ain't none of these niggas on your level. But we don't talk about this shit though. This shit gets swept under the rug.
By 2015, Wedding was on the RCMP's radar when they unveiled a major operation targeting cartel-linked cocaine
Look at this
imports
shit.
by sea. But by the time he was charged, Wedding was already gone, running off to Mexico, where prosecutors say he's protected by the infamous Sinaloa cartel.
Damn.
All of it coming to light last fall when U.S. federal authorities laid out drugs and guns seized in their investigation.
Look at this shit. That man protected by the cartel, man. The fucking niggas be talking about, man. Niggas be talking stupid.
Announcing they too were now on the hunt for
Look at all them bricks.
Upon his release, we believe he went back to drug trafficking and in fact built this prolific and ruthless organization.
Whoa. From a South Florida mansion to the streets of Colombia, officers arrested suspected accomplices, even alleging Wedding orchestrated a botched shooting in this Caledon, Ontario home in November 2023 over a stolen drug shipment.
My father was shot in front of me. I heard my mother's last screams. And after that, it was complete silence.
Police later revealing the attack on that family was a grim case of mistaken identity. The RCMP say Wedding still poses a serious threat in Canada. Authorities releasing these two photos, both taken somewhere, sometime in 2024, betting someone will remember seeing him and report his whereabouts. The hope is that $10 million bounty will also help put an end to a decade-long manhunt.
The increase in the reward should make it clear there is nowhere safe for Wedding to hide.
Yeah, we gotta find a better, a more, because that shit, yo, it's way more murders than that. It's way more murders than that. But they just did a video on him 2 weeks ago. Nobody talks about this shit though. 5 months ago. Look at the views on it. It's not promoted at all. This shit should have 1 million views. Two weeks ago, they did a video on y'all. See what they said 2 weeks ago. Probably still ain't catch them. More than likely. They ain't catching that boy, man.
A former Canadian Olympic snowboarder accused of running $1 billion international drug trafficking network
What they say?
and ordering multiple murders has been added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. CTV's Andrew Johnson has the...
Did they say billion? They ain't say billion, did they?
A former Canadian Olympic snowboarder accused of running $1 billion international drug trafficking network and ordering multiple murders has been added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. CTV's Andrew Johnson has the details on the multi-billion-dollar bounty. Andrew, what can you tell us?
Omar, American investigators say Ryan Wedding has escaped justice for far too long, and now they are offering a $10 million reward to secure his capture.
Wedding went from being an elite athlete to running one of the most sophisticated drug trafficking networks in North America.
That's why Wedding's been added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list, and they're upping the reward for information leading to his arrest.
This reward is being offered in coordination with the governments of Canada and Mexico. It's all hands, all nations on deck.
The RCMP said in a statement, Wedding poses one of the largest organized crime threats to Canada. Wedding once called Coquitlam, BC home and competed for our country as a snowboarder at the 2002 Olympic Games in Salt Lake City.
Afterwards, he went downhill in a different way. Wedding traded snow for another kind of powder, giving up world-class athletic pursuits for cocaine trafficking and involvement in murder.
Wedding, along with 15 other suspects.
Now, if a black man did this, he'd be stupid as a motherfucker. Damn, yo, you was on the biggest stage. You gave that up to sell coke. You feel me? If a black man did this, he would be drugged through the mud. Imagine LeBron James, or fuck it, not even LeBron James. Imagine who we can compare yo to. Robert Ory quit basketball to sell coke, to become a motherfucking drug kingpin. Oh my God, yo, but they'd have ran him through the mud so motherfucking bad, it'd been ridiculous.
Was allegedly involved in hundreds of kilograms of cocaine being shipped from Colombia through Mexico into the United States and Canada. He is also accused, along with fellow Canadian Andrew Clark, of ordering a combined 4 murders in Ontario in 2023 and 2024. Authorities believe Wedding is now living in Mexico and may be under the protection of a drug cartel. Clark is now in U.S. custody, and the FBI predicted today Ryan Wedding days on the run may soon be numbered. Omar.
All right, Andrew, thank you.
We'll never know. They're going to keep that shit on the rest. So you see, they say you still trying to protect them. It's 4 murders now. The last video only showed this 1 murder. Now they're saying it's 4 murders. Man, that man was a fucking... He one of the worst of the worst. But we'll never know because they don't talk about him. It's 44 minutes. Y'all want to watch this? $26K though. That's it. No, they ain't catch this dude. They ain't catching this dude, man. This dude been on the run for so long. If he protected by the cartel, they gonna go to war about him. Wanted for murders. Y'all want to watch this? This ain't the whole... Play it. All right. I think this is just a news.
Former Canadian Olympian is now wanted in the U.S. for running a drug trafficking ring, and he's also wanted in the GTA for a double murder in Caledon last year.
The FBI announced today it's offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest.
This was a while ago.
Extradition of 43-year-old.
They didn't went from 50,000 to 10 million. So when I guess October 17th, they only had a $50,000 reward. Now they're saying they got 10 million for his ass.
Wedding, the former Olympic snowboarder, is living in Mexico and is considered a fugitive. He's been charged with running a drug trafficking ring that shipped vast amounts of cocaine across South and North America and killed several people. Wedding's one of 16 people
Big Low, and that's what I be trying to explain to these people, bro. Like, yo, we are not the worst criminals in the world. Like, yo, you got black people. Yo, I done had arguments with black people. You understand what I'm saying? That we are not the worst criminals at all, nowhere close. That's why when Donald Trump was talking about the death penalty for drugs, I'm like, oh, that ain't what the fuck? We ain't got nothing to worry about. Because we not even dealing drugs on them type of levels on a large scale. You understand what I'm saying? These are the guys that's going to get the death penalty if it ever come to that point. If it ever come to a point where people's getting drugs for the death penalty, these are going to be the guys. It ain't Black America. But that's the narrative they try to spin to people. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck no, we don't sell drugs. Yo, we don't sell drugs on that level. On a large scale. Yo, we don't sell drugs on that level, man. These guys do. Ain't a fucking blackface on this bitch.
With a ring that moved 60 tons of cocaine a year.
60 fucking tons.
This organization was responsible for moving literally tons of cocaine into the United States and into Canada. This group was led by an individual named Ryan Wedding. Ryan Wedding previously was an Olympic athlete for Canada. But instead of using the privileges that come with being an Olympic athlete to do good for people, he did the opposite. He chose to become a major drug trafficker, and he chose to become a killer.
Ain't nobody gonna call you stupid?
The former Canadian Olympian is also wanted in a double murder in Caledon last year. That's in connection to this drug trafficking ring.
Let's bring in CB24's crime analyst for Steve Ryan for a closer look at this investigation. Steve, this is a massive investigation. You've got different jurisdictions, transnational, connected to a homicide in Peel now, one in Niagara. I guess, where do police begin in unraveling all of this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So they'll do their own separate investigations, and then they will share intelligence, multi-jurisdiction, multinational. And now that they believe that this guy is responsible for perpetrating these two murders in Caledon,
hey, yo, he probably did, though.
Seek to have him arrested. So that's going to be ultimately up to the
probably did, though, yo.
There'd be a warrant for his arrest, I would assume. Once he is apprehended, then the Canadian authorities here will work on an extradition treaty to get him back to this jurisdiction to answer to these charges.
Okay, so Steve, as a former homicide detective, talk about these two murders in Caledon. You know, notifying the family that, hey, we may be able to have some closure for you here, leading to this guy, pointing to this guy.
Yeah, and that is one of the very few rewards, if you will, when it comes to investigating a homicide, is to be
like, yo, we don't need to be having.
We have what we believe is a person.
Yo, we don't need to be having these outlets and resources to even move. This man, Dirk, couldn't even pull us off. This man is gone. On a large scale, yo, we don't need to be having these fucking resources to be wanted for $10 million and not get caught.
Responsible, and here's what we believe has happened. Families are always looking for answers, not even necessarily the person responsible, but what happened to my loved one. And I think this also illustrates just the sheer brutality of drug cartels. They keep close eye on their product, and if their product disappears, their drugs disappear, or they believe somebody intercepted those drugs, if they can't get you as a person they think duped them, they'll get your loved ones. And this is what's happened in this case. But what we're told is the people that were killed in Caledon last year were the wrong people. It was the wrong address. But nonetheless, the intent was to get back at the person who they believed intercepted this large quantity of narcotics.
Innocent people. Couldn't get the guy that fucked them over. Got his family.
The FBI's offered a $50,000 reward, and when you talk about extradition back here to face the allegations of murder, I mean, what comes first? Is
I ain't
the
gonna lie,
first-hand
y'all.
trial?
The fact that shit was at 50,000, they bumped that shit up to 10 million is crazy. Like, they shouldn't even announce 50,000 if that, I mean.
Los Angeles for, being this billion-dollar drug tycoon, it sounds like, or does he come to Canada to answer to murder charges here?
So if the drug lifestyle, if you will, was ongoing before the murder, so I would suspect that they will deal with the drug aspect in the United States first, and then once that's dealt with, they'll have him tried here in Ontario.
Okay, so Steve, along those lines, this is receiving international attention. I received a push alert from ESPN. Is there any added pressure on the police jurisdiction with all of this added attention?
Yeah, no added pressure, because all homicide investigations are important to the investigators.
I don't understand how they let him leave.
But this is one of those cases where it's high profile, so
They
you want to make sure
his
that your
ass to Mexico.
T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, if you will, because people like this, these type of cartels, will have the strongest of defense attorneys who are going to make sure that everything is done right. So it just makes you do
Might get my girl to do it
properly. But as far as pressure goes, there's no more added pressure in this case.
Might get my girl to do it.
Are you surprised 13 years the FBI said this drug cartel has been operating? Are you surprised that it's...
Nah, I ain't gonna tell her to tell me, but I might tell my girl, like, man, look, that nigga right there, he on the run.
Taken so long for them to actually point the finger at Ryan Wedding and identify him as the leader of this ring?
Probably not. They may have intel on him and his organization for a long time, but those organizations are so hard to infiltrate. And that's because they run a tight ship and they operate with fear and intimidation. So people turning fingers in on them is unlikely. Witnesses giving evidence against them is unlikely.
Say, so nah, though, for real, though, motherfucker tell on him, they gonna die, man. Like, if these not one of them people. Whoever tell on yo is gonna be executed in the worst way. Like, the all jokes aside, though, for real. Like, this is a major player, man.
Is a long time, but to infiltrate an organized drug cartel like this, who are responsible for billions of dollars of drugs being distributed, I don't think so.
All right, CP24's crime analyst Steve Ryan. Don't go too far. We're going to continue this conversation next half hour. Thanks a lot. With that, it is 5:05, 14 degrees. Let's get a check on the evening commute. The traffic specialist graduated into a block.
Did the crane collapse? That is something the Ministry of Labor will be investigating. They'll be coming in tomorrow and will be taking over the investigation. Right now, fire crews are on scene.
Back to you, Mockery.
Okay, thanks a lot, Adge.
Welcome.
Well, a former Canadian Olympian is wanted in the U.S. for running a drug trafficking ring, and he's also wanted in the GTA for double murder. This is in Caledon last year.
His pictures on your screen right now. This is Ryan Wedding, and the FBI announcing today it's offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and extradition of 43-year-old Wedding. The former Olympic snowboarder was living in Mexico and is considered a fugitive. He has been charged with running a drug trafficking ring that shipped vast amounts of cocaine North and South America and alleged to have killed several people as well. Wedding is one of 16 people charged in connection with a ring that has moved 60 tons of cocaine per year. CP24 also learning this afternoon Toronto police is also involved in this drug trafficking investigation.
They were killers. Anyone who got in their way, they would target for violence, including murder. Let me describe this criminal enterprise in more detail.
I ain't see the comments
For the last 13 years, Wedding ran this criminal enterprise. It was $1 billion criminal enterprise, which he ran with his partner, Clark, from Mexico. Wedding went by various names and nicknames, including Giant, El Jefe, and Public Enemy.
Damn.
The former Canadian Olympian is also wanted in a double murder in Caledon last year, also a murder in Peel, and another one in Niagara Falls. So to untangle all of this, let's bring in CP24's crime analyst, Steve Ryan, for a closer look.
Okay, so along those lines, Steve, Wedding, he's not in Canada right now. I believe he's in Mexico. What does that tell you about law enforcement efforts so far?
The FBI say that Wedding and his cohorts have been operating out of Mexico for over a decade. So they were getting their cocaine from Colombia. And that
hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Sometimes I be thinking about changing my channel to this type of... Yo, because I got a couple videos showing, like, people other than black people committing wild-ass crimes. I got a video about the banditos. Man, if y'all knew what these guys was doing... See, but they don't fall under RICO statute. That's the biggest difference. And in one of the videos, I explained why. I can't remember the exact reason. But they don't be falling under the RICO statute a lot of times, man. To make a second channel.
Shipped up to
That's
Mexico
work,
and then
bro.
over into the western United States border through California, and then it was transported to the east side, east coast in the United States, and then up into Canada. So it's an elaborate operation of billions of dollars were made in this operation over the last decade or so. So he's been operating in Mexico. This is now a transnational investigation. It's difficult for the police when it's different countries, of course, but they share intelligence all the time. So it's a matter of sharing information. There should be a warrant for his arrest, I would assume, in Mexico once he's apprehended in Mexico, and then he'll be extradited most likely to the United States for all these drug charges, and then perhaps on his way here to Canada to answer these murder charges.
Dropping money
we heard
on
the U.S.
motherfuckers and
attorney
all
in
that
that clip
shit.
say these guys are killers. There's 16 people in total in this drug trafficking ring. Ryan Wedding is believed to be the mastermind behind all of this. When you talk to him, we did speak with the OPP in the 4 o'clock hour. I mean, how difficult is it for police now to work with these families, who police say are innocent families, mistaken identity, to say, yeah, we're going to try to bring him to justice for these horrible crimes, but he's also involved in this just massive U.S. investigation. How do you bridge that as an officer?
So you're able to, thankfully, give the family, I hate using the word closure, but give the family some closure because they'll have some answers as to what happened to their loved ones. But with regards to the investigation itself, trying to infiltrate such huge drug cartels is very difficult. Oftentimes, law enforcement has an idea as to what's going on over the years. They just can't get in there to get the evidence. So this may be why it took so long for them to come to this conclusion after over 13 years of investigating.
I see. What's the big message to take away from here?
Well, if you're operating any sort of criminal enterprise, at some point in time, the gig is going to be up, regardless of what country you are in. But also, given the fact that this murder was orchestrated in Mexico, and it was done as a retribution because some of their supply was intercepted by a person, I'm not sure who that was right now, but somebody stole some of that drug. And if they can't get you as a person who steals that drug, or if you're responsible for, let's say, transporting it across the United States, if somebody takes it from you, they'll hold you accountable. And if they can't get you, they'll get your family members. And this speaks to the violence of these cartels. And they operate under this intimidation and violence. And that's how they keep control of the product, and they keep control of their employees, if you will, as well.
This guy was a professional athlete, an Olympic snowboarder. His photograph on the screen right now. Let's hear from the OPP just for a second here, Steve, and then we'll debrief a little bit more on the murder aspect of this. Let's listen.
Sure.
No, you wouldn't think you don't look at him as a criminal, huh?
Those offenses with our partners from the Ontario Provincial Police due to the connections of those acts of violence and their connection to Peel. These tragic cases reflect the violence tied to transnational and organized crime and the trafficking of illicit drugs and the firearms that are used
Yeah, they're
to
not ready to
affect
get
that
y'all.
business.
It's gonna be years before they probably get that boy.
We continue to experience the effects of those types of crimes. And if you can imagine how far Peel is from Los Angeles, where we're announcing these results today, we experience the results and the benefits of enforcement initiatives like you see here today.
Okay, so that's Peel's deputy chief there, and you just see the piles of drugs there on either side of these officials.
That probably wasn't even the whole shipment.
I mean, what happens here in terms of extradition? What's dealt with first, and kind of, I guess, is it order of precedence? Is it order of scale of the charges, the severity of the charges?
Yeah, well, I think it'll be order of precedence. So the Americans are investigating these multi-billion-dollar transportation and trafficking of narcotics. So they will have first crack at this guy once he's apprehended by the Mexicans. They'll prosecute him, and then the Canadians then will extradite him, most likely from the United States, here to Canada to face this double murder charge that he's looking at right now.
And see, who's orchestrating all of this, like behind the scenes? How do these different jurisdictions work together? You know,
that's a good
local
question.
law enforcement here, the FBI.
How the fuck do they work together?
So you've got lead investigators on every case themselves. They'll coordinate through the RCMP. The RCMP will be the ones that will spearhead this. The local investigators will take their cases, but they'll go through the RCMP to make contact with the feds in the States and in Mexico. The chief of police from Peel, we heard in that press conference, you don't just show up as a deputy chief in another country and hold a press conference. That's going to be orchestrated, organized, and it's got to go through the proper channels. And I do believe it's the RCMP, along with Interpol, that help these different police agencies in different countries to come together and do law enforcement.
All right, that's our crime analyst.
Well, the United States going to supersede everything. You know how the United States get. They're going to bully their way.
It is 5:41, 14 degrees. You're watching CB24
the United States going to bully their way into being the lead of the investigation. That's how they always do.
Another Ontario woman is alleging that she was sexually assaulted by a group of former junior hockey players.
I thought it was my fault.
Part of an ongoing conflict between two high schools. Days after that fight, on October 11th, 15-year-old Jaden Russell was killed in a crash on the Lincoln-Alexander Parkway. It's believed the RAV4 that the teen was in was being chased by at least one other car.
I think that might be all the cover. Yeah, yo, I just had to show that, yo, because you got this type of ignorance.
Allegedly putting out a hit on another artist. Or just name me 10 white artists that just died in the street doing street shit. Like the rock and roll artists, they be talking about killing and all that, right? So go find 5 of them that be talking about killing and all that, and then show me them actually getting locked up for what the shit they be saying in their songs. I'll wait. But I bet you I can name at least 300 to 400 rappers that got murdered in the last 7 years. I bet you I can name you.
Yo, if you search hard enough, you can find it in the white community too, man. But you gotta search for it. It ain't just gonna be in your face like how it is in the black community. But that's exploitation, yo. It's not because that's reality. You know, reality is manipulated online, man. It's manipulated. Reality online is just what they want you to see. Look at these fuck people. Look at this shit. Adopted black children and forced them into slavery. Gets a sentence of 375 years in prison. Look at this shit, y'all. We ready to go and see what the fuck happened with this. They had the kids living in a fucking shed. What the fuck is the name of them people? Donald Lance. Tired of people thinking black people are the only ones that can make crimes. I fucking spelled that shit wrong. Let's go to their sentence. Oh, he got the fucking. I'm gonna watch y'all. Where the sentencing? I guess we gotta watch your video. But they ain't have it. They ain't publicized this. Surprising. You would have thought this would be all over the motherfucking internet, wouldn't it? They held them into slavery. God damn. That was 2 months ago. Here you go, right here. Let's check their sentencing out.
Both of you refused to accept responsibility throughout the trial and still here today, which makes my job a lot easier.
What's it sound like that?
And instead of apologizing today, because you never have said you're sorry, but what you did do was put on one of the most reprehensible, narcissistic defenses that I have ever seen in my years of trial work. And may God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not.
Damn.
Please stand.
Blistering words from Judge Mary Claire Akers as Jeannie Whitefeather and Donald Lance were sentenced to decades in prison today, answering to their historic convictions last month of human trafficking and forced labor.
Now, this was a case that stemmed from the October 2023 discovery of 2 teens locked in a shed in Sissonville and revealed years of abuse and neglect of 4 of their adopted black children. Whitefeather was sentenced to a maximum of 215 years for human trafficking, forced child labor, civil rights violations, and child abuse and neglect. Her husband, Lance, was sentenced to 160 years max for similar charges. He was found not guilty on the civil rights violations and had fewer child abuse charges than Whitefeather. This was the first time in state history that human trafficking charges were ever brought on the state level.
Prosecutors were able to prove to a jury that Whitefeather and Lance brought 5 adopted black children to Sissonville in May of 2023 from Washington State, made them do manual labor, and neglected and abused them with physical punishment and a lack of basic necessities.
This all while receiving adoption payments from the state of Minnesota. Kanawha County prosecutors holding a press conference this afternoon after securing the max sentence they were seeking.
I am so grateful for the opportunity to work with the children in this case. They are so wonderful, so smart, so funny.
How the fuck did them kids
They are
get
going
over
to do
there?
amazing things
They're
in
like
this
an
world,
all-white
and I'm
town.
so grateful to be a part of getting some semblance of justice for them after.
Whitefeather and Lance have also been ordered to pay $280,000 each in restitution to the children. And when Judge Mary Claire Akers handed down the sentence, it came with scathing remarks as she blasted Whitefeather and Lance for their treatment of the children and their inability to take responsibility. Yes, and Anna Saunders, she joins us live now. And Anna, I mean, you were in that courtroom. What was it like when she handed down that sentence? Well, Peyton, Gina, scathing is the right word for it. And it wasn't just Judge Akers who made her feelings known. The children victims in this case were there and faced Whitefeather and Lance. Once again, the oldest teen girl looked at Whitefeather and said, "I want you to know that you are a monster."
You brought these children to West Virginia, a place that I know is almost heaven, and you put them in hell. This court will now put you in yours. And may God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not. Please stand.
After presiding over 3 weeks of their trial, Judge Mary Claire Akers did not hold back when she had her chance to address Jeannie Whitefeather and Donald Lance before handing down the maximum sentence possible on all of their 31 counts. But before she did that, the kids in this case, the 4 victims and even the 5th child who was considered the favorite, all gave impact statements, both spoken and by letter.
And while they don't bear physical scars, it is exactly right what said, and the state said, that they will bear the psychological scars of what was done to them by you, Jeannie Whitefeather, and you, Donald Lance, for the rest of their lives.
The children, who we did not film, all detailed the years of abuse and labor and what impact it has had on them today, both psychologically and emotionally. The oldest teen girl even asked the judge if Whitefeather and Lance could be forced to stand with their hands on their heads throughout the hearing, similar to how Whitefeather and Lance would have the kids stand all day when they lived in Sissonville. The judge denied that request, noting the irony that it would be considered cruel and unusual for her to ask the defendants to do that in court, even though it was done to the kids in their home. Judge Akers instead opted to keep the pictures of them up as they spoke.
They all said today that they're still afraid of what will happen to them if they upset someone.
The kids all talked about how their lives are better now, but they will never be the same. At one point, the teen girl looked at Whitefeather and said, "You are the actual definition of a monster," and said that they were not just physically abused, but full out tortured. When given the chance to address the court, typically a time for apologies, Lance only said that he loved the children. Whitefeather said that she made mistakes, but never did anything to intentionally hurt them.
And instead of apologizing today, because you never have said you're sorry, even though, Miss Whitefeather, you say you made some mistakes, but you're not sorry for them. And Mr. Lance, I didn't hear you apologize either when you had the opportunity. But what you did do was put on one of the most reprehensible, narcissistic defenses that I have ever seen in my years of trial work.
Defense attorney Mark Plants, who represents Whitefeather, said throughout the trial and even now she still denies any criminal responsibility.
My client's side of the story hasn't changed. It really has been that they did the best they could under the circumstances and they didn't intentionally harm anybody. So I'm not surprised that they spoke their hearts, even though a lot of people disagree with it. That's their story, and that's what they told.
The children also thanked everyone who got them out of their situation: the neighbors, the deputies, the prosecutors, and now the judge. Judge Akers,
no accountability
remarks,
for
also commending the Sissonville neighbors who repeatedly reported Whitefeather and Lance in Sissonville for months before their arrests. She called that the one good thing in this case.
But the good in this is the people that took action here in the state of West Virginia. The good in this is that now these children are West Virginia's children and not your children.
Now, both Whitefeather and Lance brought forward motions for new trials today. Those were denied. Whitefeather's attorney Mark Plants did indicate today that they will be appealing their convictions. Live in.
I wonder if they testified. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to watch another person testify after that other night. Y'all remember the dude that caught the 3 consecutive life sentences? That testimony was crazy.
Human trafficking and forced labor after adopted children were found locked in a shed in Jacksonville is set to go to trial on Monday. But this morning,
Yo, fuck me up with that. We might not never watch another person get on the stand and testify in their defense. Like, I think I'm scarred. Y'all remember that, y'all, from the other day? The dude that got the black dude out DeKalb County that caught the 3 life sentences? When he got on the stand and testified in his defense? Oh, nah. We can't. I don't know if we can watch any more people do that. Yeah, that was wild, yo. He fucked me up with
I might have been wrong. Are you listening, LeBron James? Are you listening, James family? Are you listening, Rich Paul? Are you
the freak off.
Because here's my position. My position was all along, Bronny James needed to be in the G League. Put him in the G League, let him be in the G League his first year. And then after that, let him come on, because I've always believed that this kid has the potential, once I watched him, to be in the NBA. But what I saw last night made me say to myself, wait a minute. He keeps showing up and playing like that. JJ Redick and his staff obviously doing an exceptional job coaching him. The G Leaguers obviously doing a good job of preparing him. Him sitting on the bench, learning, watching the Lakers players, being in practice with them sometimes. Evidently, that seems to be working for him. And if that kind of stuff continues, then indeed he'll be in the league as a bona fide player. So I might have been wrong. Are you listening, LeBron?
Steven, they wild as a motherfucker, man. Shut the fuck up, Steven. Shut up, Steven. Look, y'all, they got Boosie on the news in Baton Rouge.
We have a forecast for you today in Baton Rouge. Starting off with Friday, man. 71, pretty good day. Pretty beautiful day in South Baton Rouge. Not windy at all. But when we skip to Saturday and Sunday, God is blessing the Boosie. 79. Sun cooler, warmer. 20% showers on a Sunday. It's not coming down. God will be in effect. Monday, Magic City Monday. Hey, man, it's 70 degrees. I want to see some kids out there riding those horses. We just had the last day of winter, and spring is here. I want to see those pink shirts. Tuesday's forecast. Pretty similar. You can't ask for much.
Shut the fuck, Boosie a wild ass nigga. So look at this fuck boy.
I guess y'all gonna find out some shit today. I'm gonna call him back though. Hello?
So this is my thing, yo, with these guys, right? Yo, when did black people start playing police games? It's like, that's why I be calling these niggas agents. Yo, because I never known black people to play police games. Look at this motherfucker.
What's up?
Yeah, Boosie ass fuck around, go to prison on that gun case. If he don't get that gun case pardoned, he going to prison. I think he know that though. Yo, once you get away from them people, yo, you can't get back on their radar. You get back on their radar, they gonna sit you down.
Hey, what's going on?
It's not about Big
This
D,
is
yo.
Officer Johnson. I just wanted to let you know the fellas over at the station have a little something for you.
Like, what you mean?
We got a little gift for you. Why don't you come by?
All right.
Come by the station.
All right, bet. All right. I'll be there.
He look like a police for real.
So that be that bullshit, bro. That's that bullshit. Going up in here, you never know what's going on.
Come on back here, man.
Oh, man. You're sweating, boy. Man, it's hurting for me. I hope they ain't really like, don't get me, man. Okay. You gave me an LAPD with a diamond. It says 600. 600, keep going. All right, so it's official now, y'all, okay? The rapper's out the hat. Let's go. The rapper's out the hat. I guess y'all gonna find out some shit today.
These niggas not playing. Niggas is police. Everybody think that shit a game though. Yo, cause black men don't play like that. It's not funny. You know what I mean?
Big useless. He will literally, right, do something, right? He gets caught up or whatever, supposedly. Put the feds on everybody. He know his guns and everything like that. And when he know his guns or whatever, he give a tip, oh, we gonna do this thing. Come and hit the bus, right? They come and hit the bus, get homies, or take them to jail, all this stuff like this, right? He do scumbag stuff. He set the police on Nipsey. He act like, oh, it was just a sting operation. Or, oh, the reason why they got up on us and stuff like that is because I transferred the pink slip into my name in it, and that's how the feds got us. All types of goofy stuff. Sugar Plum is softer than mayonnaise. Big useless. He literally...
Yo, he is the dumbest motherfucker I ever seen in my goddamn life. Like, the fact that he was going up there just talking about crimes is insane, yo. Like, I don't... What, he thought he had an exemption? Yo thought he filed exempt. He is fucking stupid. He thought he filed exempt, y'all. They weren't gonna take no taxes out. Dumbass. And hey, now you got this fuckboy line. Check yo out. Lying ass nigga. We ain't watching that much of it.
And I know.
Lying ass nigga. Real gonna pop up now, y'all.
Beginning of how Charleston White got started. Killing the kid and his son with that Pop Hunter kid because same situation. That's what made me come forward. Nigga, how we go? So how we gonna trick the kids into street shit and you not raised in the streets? When my mama come to the police station, I remember one time me and my cousin snuck out the house and we went to mess with some girls stealing cars. The police get on us. Them get arrested and go to juvenile. I get away. Do you know what my mama said the first thing she did when she went down to pick my cousin up from juvenile? I know Charleston was with y'all. Where he at? My brother committed a murder. My mama made him go turn himself in. Homie, I come from an honorable, upstanding family. I don't have no crooked mama. Son, you tell these people the truth. So, nigga, nah, I wasn't raised with street shit. I was raised to tell.
Is that what made you so passionate about the Pop Hunter situation?
Yeah, because how you gonna tell a kid to go against his mama? Because of some street codes who everybody break. Everybody break these codes. Everybody break these codes. Homie, when we got arrested, homie, all these niggas older than me. There was a news article in 2004, 2005 by Bob Ray Sanders in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. I never got to read none of the articles back in the 90s. But homie, we was on the front page paper of every news station. The news media described me as being the youngest, the smallest, but the brains out of the bunch. Homie, all these niggas was older than me. I'm just bullshitting. I ran away from home because my mama had just had my little sister. So I'm mad because I ain't the baby no more. And I'm being rebellious. My mama just had a new baby. I'm 13 going on 14. It's the summer going from 8th grade to... I'm just being rebellious. I ain't no criminal. Been playing the flute in the band. I go on family vacations. Nigga, we eat dinner at the table. We don't eat dinner in our room. I got my own bedroom with my
own bunk beds. I got a desk right there, a real setup desk. I got my own phone. I'm a spoiled kid. I ain't no street nigga. I don't know the street rules.
But you was playing street though, right?
I wasn't playing street. I'm playing rebellious. I'm rebelling against mama being delinquent. I'm not being criminal. I'm being delinquent. We stealing jackets. We breaking into houses. We ain't being criminal. We being delinquent. There's a difference. We breaking bottles. We breaking in the car. We sneaking in the girl. We ain't shooting guns and killing. They ain't doing none of that.
Breaking in people's houses is criminal activity, though.
It's delinquent. It's delinquent.
Did you hand him the gun before he shot him?
Yeah.
And you told him shoot him?
Yeah, shoot that motherfucker. But I ain't mean it. I'm just talking. Yeah, I ain't mean it. Dumb motherfucker. I ain't mean it.
Is this your gun at the time?
No, homie, we had so listen, I'm just out. So listen, so I ran away from home. My mama was being strict. She pregnant with my little sister. Just had my little sister at the time. So the baby no more. Nigga, the baby of the family. So nigga just being rebellious. My brother in and out of trouble. So nigga, you gotta think. I had 9 eye surgeries from age. So I fell in the washing machine. Think about this, nigga. I fell in a washing machine at age 5. I didn't learn how to walk again till almost age 8. By age 8, I put my eye out. So nigga, from 5 to 8, I'm in and out the hospital for surgery. So I ain't go to school. I got a private tutor. So nigga, I'm a sheltered kid. So at age 8, I put my eye out. So from 8 to 12, I had 9 eye surgeries before having my eye removed. So I ain't playing outside. I ain't playing sports. In and out the hospital. So by the time I get into 6th grade, I get my eye removed. Now I got a prosthetic eye. But I'm still in and out going through the doctor. By the time I get to 7th grade, this is my first full year of having a prosthetic eye. No more surgeries, no more doctor's appointment. Now I finally get to be a kid. Now I'm in middle school. I don't know nothing about crime. Now we're in the 8th grade. You catch a murder case in the...
I'm Noel Honig, and I'm a director and a designer. If I'm working with type in Photoshop, the properties panel shows all of the exact same properties that it would when I import that same type and bring it into After Effects. People who are used to working in Photoshop see that in After Effects and it looks familiar. There's just a lot of
telling your motherfucking
similarity.
Telling your child to snitch. That's not an upstanding mother, man. Like, yo, that shit could have got him killed. Well, she would have been upstanding if the motherfucker would have killed his ass in juvie. Would people still consider her to be upstanding if he'd have got killed in juvie? Like, yo, he spins narratives and people so dumb enough they listen. Yo, that shit he says sounds foolish. Yo, we are raised to mind your fucking business. I don't know what type mother he had. Like, I don't know. Like, salute to her. But this is what happens when you want to play gangster. But the issue I got with Charleston White is he's still playing gangster. That's the biggest. All right, you ain't that. You read it, but you still playing gangster, my nigga. That's the biggest issue, man. That's why everything he says is bogus. That's why it's nothing. It's no message that if you went through all that, you realize that you couldn't stand tall. Why the fuck you on here playing? You ain't learned your lesson yet, Charleston. At his age, he haven't learned this lesson yet. Right, come on, one and only here in case he been rebellious. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. Tell that shit to a child.
I don't know nothing about. I just come out the hospital being laid up. I ain't no criminal. No motherfucking criminal. I don't know no street codes. I know what I know to do right, and I know what's wrong. I know you tell the truth, nigga. You be honest. I'm an honest kid. Hell yeah. So anybody tell you, yeah, that nigga brutally honest. Ever since he was a kid, that nigga brutally honest.
But you lying. But you lying now.
Because this is how I was raised. So the core foundation of who you are.
Why do you think so many niggas tell on First 48? Why you think there's so many who tell? Because the core foundation of who you are is good natured based on how our mothers and grandmothers raised us. But the culture wants you to believe we all come knowing and raised this street shit.
Yo, it's not street shit. And that's that narrative. That's why they able to get away with this, y'all. Because they keep pushing it on the streets. It ain't about streets. It's about if you participate in the crime, know what the fuck you getting yourself into. You commit a crime with people, you don't snitch to the police. You don't then turn around and become a government agent and testify on your friends. Accept accountability for your decision making. You learn that at a very young age, or at least you're supposed to. I teach my kids about accountability right now. They've been learning about accountability since they was, I can't even put an age to it. You are accountable for your decision making. You wanted to steal coats. You wanted to rob. You passed a gun. You are involved in a murder, Charlie. You don't then decide to tell on your friends, because regardless if your mother told you or not, if they'd have killed you, your mother would have to live with that.
We didn't snitch because the core foundation of how they was raised is to tell the truth. So when you get in trouble, homie, the core foundation of who you are comes forward.
Hey, Robert, it's not the streets. It's about integrity, yo. It's way bigger than the streets. It's about integrity, man. Like, yo, we grew up, a lot of us grew up on morals and principles. Integrity. Stop telling all the time. Yeah, George Flair. Rest in peace, George Foreman. Mind your business. See, because he was playing, him playing fucked everybody over. And I'm not excusing what they did. What I'm saying is, yo, when you participate, you involved, you got to take what come with it. You got to take what come with it, man. You don't then get to tell on your friends and people just supposed to excuse it. Oh, he was young. He was 14. Man, I got questioned about a murder when I was 15. Yo, I'm not trying to hear that shit. You ain't hear what I just said, Robert? Hey, Robert, when your parents ain't tell you stop telling when you was a kid? When you told on your brothers and sisters, why you tell them? That's what they used to call it. Fuck you always telling. Man, I here telling anybody to get up under a situation. You can't trust people like yo. If it's ever you versus me with Charleston White, it's always gonna be you. Even if he is the reason everything went down. Charleston White is the guy that'll get in a situation, his homeboy kill a person for him, and he fucking snitch on him. That's what Charleston White is. No, it's not that mentality, bro. No, it's not. The environment has got us where we at. Economic starvation is what got us where we at, man. They stripped our community of resources. They put guns in. That's what got us where we at. See, but people keep listening to this fuck boy that don't tell a whole story. He don't tell the whole story. He starts in the middle. He starts post-crack epidemic. That's when he starts. After mass incarceration had happened, crack epidemic, he starts after all of that and just blame black people. No, yo. It was a time in the community when we was thriving, bro. You go back to the 60s and the 70s, man, we was thriving, bro. No, you lost. We had businesses. Our neighborhoods wasn't ran down. Even if it was in the hood, it wasn't ran down. They stripped us economically. So when you strip a community economically and put guns and drugs in the community, now what's next? You got mayhem. You got murder. You got drug addiction. Man, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't talking about no goddamn skin color. The fuck are you talking about? I ain't say nothing about skin color. I'm talking about the federal government, who he worked for. I'm talking about what the federal government did to the black community. But he never mentions that. Yo, you can't tell a story in the middle. If I pick up a book and read from the middle, and you ask me, yo, what the book was about, I'm going to be fucking lost. And that's what he's doing. He's confusing people. People that follow him is lost. Because he's not telling the whole story. Yo, if you're not going to tell the whole story, don't tell it at all, man. If you only tell half the story, you're misleading intentionally, because this is an intelligent man. He ain't fucking stupid. But what he's doing, he's selling out for profit. He's pushing ignorance for profit. He's misleading for profit. This is what he's doing, man. Everything I say can be looked up, Googled. This is not my opinion. You know, because a lot of people like to throw that around. This is not my opinion. This is facts. This was facts. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Civil Rights Movement. Black people was together. What happened? Murdered them, killed them. Come on, yo. What people act like, yo, they're like, yo, this shit be so fucking aggravating. Yo, people don't know what happened? Yo, do people not know what happened? The burner. Google it and come back. Google it and come back and apologize. Because you sound stupid. They care. And they did that all across the black community. You know what they said? They said the parks and recreations, they was bringing crime. But they failed to recognize the kids that it was saving. It was saving kids too. I remember a time when they stripped the basketball goals down, damn near everywhere. You couldn't even find it, but you had to drive fucking 10 miles to get to a basketball court. They stripped the goals down. Said it was a crime zone. But how many kids turned to the streets from that? That's when I turned to the streets. I used to like basketball. Now you got all these kids in a neighborhood with nothing to do. They ain't old enough to get jobs. See, but he don't talk about none of this shit because he's a fucking bozo. And anybody that follows him a fucking clown. If you watching him think you getting truth, you a fucking clown. Now, if you want to watch him because you think he's funny, even though I think he's a danger to the community, that's cool. But other than anything outside of that, watching him for truth, you getting misled, my nigga. Whoever.
So here we are. We done committed a murder, broad daylight at the mall. Broad daylight during school hours. There was a girl by the name of Ursula who was at the mall at the time, her and her mom. That's how they identified us. Ursula went to school with us. So that's how we get identified. They go to the school, get the yearbooks, and then I got our pictures.
Oh, yeah,
I come up with a plan after the murder. I tell my partner DJ, now DJ 15 at the time. DJ was a good kid, never been in trouble, only child, nigga worked at Red Lobster, good play sport and with hoes. Antoine Doolittle, the shooter, is a nigga from, I think they from South Dallas, Oak Cliff, some just moved, just come to the city. He had two brothers that was in and out of prison with a life sentence. Mama in the project. He in and out the boys' home. Really didn't with girl, but he a project. out. His mama let him stay out all night.
He a project nigga, so he's not a kid like Charleston. You see how you see the mental manipulation? He playing himself up as just this kid. But Antoine Doolittle, who's only 15, he's a project nigga. He's a certified menace to society. Man, get this nigga. This nigga's a fucking clown. I can't, yo, the people that support y'all is fucking despicable. Antoine Doolittle, a menace to society. But he's a fucking saint. But y'all just happen to be in that car that day. You just happen to pass him the firearm. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm ready to watch another 3 minutes in this bitch, and I'm gonna send this nigga on his way. He's a fucking bozo.
Long. So me and DJ, two different backgrounds from the other two.
Search for Taylor Brands to get that LLC next to your business name. Just go to their site, enter your LLC.
Yo, like because up to real. Man, hell no. Yo, if I ask my kids who broke the table, they gonna look at each other. Ain't none of them gonna say a goddamn thing. Cause they ain't supposed to be telling on it. They ain't supposed to be telling on each other. What the fuck you talking about, Roderick? Maybe in your fucking household. I done had situations with both my kids. They got in trouble and they sitting there looking. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So they both get in trouble. Ain't nobody want to tell? All right. But I would respect that much more than he be like, Rasan did it. Like, goddamn, bro, you just told on your brother, bro. Like, that's fucked up. Y'all did it together. Y'all niggas is despicable, man. I don't know who the fuck raised you motherfuckers, man. Like, man, y'all crazy as shit.
We can't go to school together.
I caught a murder charge with 3 cousins. I caught a murder charge with 3 cousins. Yo, my mother ain't never tell me tell on my cousins, man. Ever. Ever. Not back then, not now, ever. Never came out of her mouth. That, you know, hey, Sean, you think you might want to, you will cooperate? Fuck no. She ain't tell me nothing about cooperating, I'll tell you that much. You know what my mother told me? I'm going to tell you exactly what my mother told me. I'm going to tell you exactly what my mother told me. I wish I could call her. Sean, don't go in there and tell nobody your case. That's what my mother told me. When I got booked, that is the first thing my mother fucking told me. Don't go in there telling nobody your case. And guess what? It saved me. Because they sent the fucking Crip dude at me to try to get me there. Because I was young too. I was what? 19? I was 18 when this shit happened. I was young. Not young as Charleston, but I was young. First major charge. That information she told me is the reason I'm here today. Because they sent the Crip dude at me to try to get me to talk about my fucking case. But what my mother said, probably one of the only times I fucking listened, don't tell nobody your case. That's what my mother told me. See, the problem is the difference between me and a lot of I can relate to your shit. I was a kid too when I caught my murder case. I ain't go out like Charleston. Ain't no excuse for this shit. I got questioned about the murder of my homeboy at 15. Like, I don't know what kind of life y'all people live, but yo, shit real over here. That's why I can't stand fuck shit.
School with Antoine. We just passing each other during the summertime, so there's no real friendship. We just hanging during the summer. That's how most get in trouble. Going to go group up with some new group of friends during them summer activities.
Look how he just trying to diminish the friendship. He did this whole thing. He just trying to diminish the friendship. Man, hell yeah, my mother saved my life with that shit, man. They sent the dude at me trying to get a deal on a life sentence. He was facing a murder. He come up to me talking about, yeah, you know, that's why I told you go to the law library. You get to ask me wild ass questions. Yo, how many people on your case? Like, yo, who the fuck told you? For one, how you know what I'm locked up for? For two, who the fuck told you? I ain't tell nobody my case. Who the fuck told you I had co-defendants? Where'd you get that from? Oh, no, yo, I could just tell how you carry yourself. I remember the whole conversation. I can just tell how you carry yourself. You know, you stand to yourself. Man, I flew out that cell. They said Mosley attorney visit. Got the fuck away from y'all. That nigga try to line me up. Next day he catch life. He gets sentenced to life for a murder.
Trouble. Antoine and them couldn't have came to my mama house. Nigga, my mama never met Doolittle.
Straight up, Big Lee.
I would run away from home, and that's where I would go stay because his mama let anybody come over. He can do anything. My mama would come over there looking for me. His mama say, "No, he ain't."
Yo, a real man is taking accountability, Roderick. That's not a real man. I ain't trying to be no real nigga. Know what a real nigga is to me? A person that take care of their kids. A person that don't cheat on their girl. I got morals and principles with everything I do, bro. If I'm going to dive into some street shit, I gotta be able to accept what comes with it. Whatever you do, you gotta be able to accept what comes with it or don't do it. What about that, Roderick? What about that? That's the problem with these motherfuckers. That's the problem with the world right now. People want to do things and don't take accountability for it. They want to throw rocks and hide their hand. Charleston White, prime example. Beef with people online. When they press him, he go to the police. Man, people be tripping, man.
Here. He couldn't come to my house.
That's why Charleston White been ducking. Charleston White been ducking me on the internet for 2 fucking years. Cause he know this shit right here he talking won't fly over here. You can't talk this shit to me. I'm gonna embarrass you. Talking this shit to me, you will get embarrassed. He gonna end up yelling and screaming and try to fake Kurt.
Play. Nigga, I couldn't go. If I didn't run away from home, I couldn't go nowhere. My mama want to talk. Who take you? Let me talk to their mama. Who pick you? No, nigga. I come from structure. I come from a woman who had morals and principles and tried to instill this.
There he go.
Rebellion in 13.
There he go. There he go. Keep trying to prop his mother up. But Julio mother was a piece of shit. Julio mother ain't take no accountability. Julio mother did a whole interview and didn't cry not one time. What you mean she ain't take accountability? She did an interview weeks after her son's death, didn't cry one time. What you mean she ain't take accountability? She knew what her son was involved in. She been made peace with his decision making. But his mother upstanding. FBG Duck mother a piece of shit. But his mother had 2 sons locked up for murder. Right? If I ain't mistaken, at least that's what he said. What make your mother better than that, Charles? Somebody need to ask him that. Sean, you keep interviewing this fuck boy. Ask him some real questions. The people want to know. Ain't that what he always say? The people want me to, you know, the people want to know. What separates your mom from the other guys' moms who committed murders, who kids committed murders? I bet he is. Hey, Corey, I bet he is. I ain't gonna watch all of it because I know it's just gonna piss me off. It's like that's why I be trying to stray away from this motherfucker, man. But he done got too big to ignore. Now, so these guys done got too big, yo. It's hard to ignore them. They spinning narratives. They got people thinking the streets is the problem, and not what creates the streets. They got people think the street guys are the problem. That's what everybody thinks. Because of him, DJ Academics, these motherfuckers that's pushing narratives. And they're failing to, as long as people is focusing on the street guys, yo, we ain't never gonna get to the real problem. I don't even know what that means, Roger. As long as people is coming down on street guys, we are never gonna get to the real problems. The real problems is, yo, we need some motherfucking funding in the community. We need recreations open. I always go back to this. Baltimore got 34 schools shut down. That's how many schools shut down in Chicago. Because it happened everywhere. For people that didn't know. How many schools have been shut down in Chicago in 10 years?
50 public schools. According to WTTW.com, Monday marks 10 years since the Chicago Board of Education's historic and controversial vote to close 50 public schools.
How many schools been shut down in Baltimore in the last 10 years?
According to edweek.org, Education Week tracked and documented the closures, first at the school or district level and ultimately, state by state, from March 6th to May 15th, 2020.
How many schools are currently closed in Baltimore City?
All city schools.
Oh,
according to foxbaltimore.com, all city schools are closed today.
No. 35 schools closed down in Baltimore City.
According to baltimorecity.gov, Baltimore City Public Schools closure, delay, and early dismissal information related to inclement weather can be found on the BCPSS website.
Not that. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for what I just found on Chicago. What I'm trying to show y'all is schools are closed down. Open them up. Pay some people to work in them. But they don't want to do that. They just want to blame black people. They wouldn't allow this in certain communities. They wouldn't allow this in certain communities, man. Let's talk about the real issues. Shit he never mentions. Because that's not his role. His role isn't to keep it real. His role is to stir the pot. His role is to mislead, misguide, misinform. Not to get a message. And he's only doing that to get rich. Yo, whenever you pushing narratives, negative, dangerous narratives to enrich yourself, that's called a sellout, y'all. For people that's confused. It's called a sellout. That's what he is. That's what he came to the internet to be. Nothing more, nothing less than selling people out.
What they call an adolescent stage of life. Most children rebel. I'm rebelling against mama. She talking that God talk, trying to take us to church. She bringing more structure.
He don't want to, bro.
Tough love had just came about. Now mama talking.
He can do it.
Talk.
He doing it to go, yeah.
Baby. And I mean, yeah. So I'm just going through some shit, rebelling during the adolescent stage, and almost cost me my life.
So they wasn't going through the same thing. Antoine Doolittle wasn't rebellion too. Rebelling. So he was the only one rebelling. Everybody else is stone cold criminals. See, this the problem, right? If we was to go to the comments, you ain't gonna hear nobody question him like how we do it. Everybody gonna be like laughing emojis. Charleston White wins again. Like it was just stupid, idiotic comments that's void of fucking common sense. Yo, what I realized by being on the internet, y'all, yo, we got a large, ignorant population in the world, not just the black community. Yo, that shit probably like 10 to 90. So what's happening is the intelligent feeds off the ignorant. And in order for the intelligent to keep feeding off the ignorant, they got to keep them ignorant. But the biggest issue is the people that's ignorant don't even fucking know it. They don't even know it. Yo, that is I be watching this shit like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's like a movie to me. The people that's being manipulated don't even fucking know it. They think they righteous. They think they the 10% and not the 90. Like Roderick, that was just commenting. For real.
Somebody lost their life.
Let me show you something, right? I was on Urban Politicians earlier, right? And Shorty brought up a Big Ant brought up a Charleston White supporter. Listen to this. And I understood him completely.
He said is the alleged murder. The alleged murder.
Hold
that
on.
right there.
I was on here like 3 hours, man, with y'all. Where the fuck? Oh, here it go, right here.
I dare.
Now listen to this. Listen to this conversation. This is a Charleston White supporter, y'all. Listen to how stupid he is. He don't even realize why he wrong. Look at this shit.
Adam.
No, I said a couple years ago you defended him and Vlad when I said these same things.
Nigga, I ain't never defended them.
You said he been around. You said he been around. He been a skateboard guy.
Are you on that snake house?
For a long time. I said, who are these guys? That's all I
That's not defending them though, bro. I said they've been working in the culture. That's not defending them. I never defended what they do, bro.
I was just saying then. I was saying then, like, okay, who are these guys?
Hold on, bro. No. You coming in my chat and coming in my comment section on my personal page saying I'm defending them. It's not saying that they've been in the culture, bro.
No, what I was saying then was like these guys are not it. You were saying, nah, they cool, they in the culture.
I never said they was cool, bro. I said they here and people are gonna go to those platforms, bro.
Okay, well, we've got minor differences. We just got different opinions on.
No. Hold on. No, we don't. I'm letting you know. You've been defending Charleston White in my comments.
I rock with Charleston.
This is earlier today.
Hey, so you like him disrespecting that 5-year-old?
I said that was bad, bro.
What about him telling on his own partners, my nigga?
Man, that's something else, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, man, get off my shit, my nigga.
Come on, bro.
Per discuss. Like this is how these motherfuckers talk. I think I missed the part.
Come on, don't do that, bro. It's crazy, yo. Come on, bro. That's something else.
Hey, we drawing a line in the sand, nigga. You either over here or over there. I'm straightforward. Bro. I'm straightforward.
Listen to me, bro.
No, I don't want to listen to you, nigga.
Okay,
nigga, I draw lines in the sand. I don't listen to niggas, bro. You want to be fans of hoe ass niggas,
bro.
And then you come and this the point
with you. I fuck with you, and I've been.
You don't have to, though. You don't have to.
But I do.
All that trolling shit. Listen. All that trolling shit. I don't play it, my nigga. I don't play that.
Let me tell you what he brought him back up. I'm just disgusted. Cause we was talking, I think we got to talking about this. Like, yo, these niggas are fucking crazy. Like, I never seen no shit like this before. Like, how can you be so gun-ho for a person that's selling you out? He's selling you out. And they love it.
I'll take it, bro. I'll take it.
You a bitch for defending that nigga. Nigga, you some bitch. You know what I look like. Do what you do when a nigga call you a bitch.
I didn't defend them, bro. I didn't defend them, bro.
That's what you do. I still fuck with him. You still fuck with him.
I didn't say I still fuck with him. I said I fuck with them.
Hey, any nigga that fucks with him, you on that side. Nigga, I told you, I'm going to lie. I don't sugarcoat. I don't sugarcoat, nigga.
But like
I don't sugarcoat,
I understand that, but between me and you, I ain't never disrespected you, bro. And
no. Hold on. I'm letting you know. I don't understand what you're not getting. You don't have to disrespect me. I'm disrespecting you, nigga.
Okay,
you take it how you want to take it.
I ain't even gonna take it like that because that shit fly off of me. That shit don't really mean that. But I don't got a problem with you, and I rock with you.
No, I got a problem with you, though. That's what you're not getting. You don't have to have a problem with me. With you, I got a
problem with me for my opinion. You got a problem with me for our opinion.
No, I got a problem with your intentions. You coming into my platform. Multiple times on my personal page saying I'm defending these dudes when I
said you defended that back then 2 years ago.
No, I never.
You can't. But this the thing, T-Real. You can't really have a conversation with these people. Like it's hard talking to ignorance. The man asked him, "Yo, how you feel about Charleston White disrespecting the little girl?" Yeah, that was wrong, but I fuck with him though. What? And didn't understand. Yo, that goes directly into who you are as a person. If you can look past the fact that he disrespected a 5-year-old girl and say you still fuck with him, yo, what the fuck does that say about you? He don't get that. That's why I'm just disgusted because I understand exactly where he's coming from. Now I don't want to laugh.
Nigga, I got videos that go back to 2018 calling out Vlad, bro. All I said was
when we were talking about Vlad and Adam, you was like, nah, they cool, they in the culture. That's what I mean by defending them.
No. You felt the way because I said they were the top. No, you felt the way because I said they were the top platforms in the country.
I don't care about no. They not the top platforms. They never been the top platforms.
What are you talking about, fam?
Because they need us, bro.
He just fell out there.
The impact.
Just fam.
Listen to me. Just the impact, like Drake got the most subs or whatever. Kendrick is more the impact. That's what I mean by that, bro. They impact.
I don't even want to get into the semantics with you. Stop typing that bitch ass shit in my comments.
I didn't, bro. I just said what you said back then
page multiple times, bro. Every time
we just have differences of opinions on certain things, bro. Some things you think.
Hold on. Listen, you trying to tell me how to be me. I don't care about how nobody feel, bro. I'm a grown man. Difference of opinions on things make me fucking with you. This how I live. Don't no nigga make me feel the way how I live. Don't nobody tell me. You can call me whatever you want to call me. Loud.
I ain't calling nothing.
Listen. I need you to know about Ant. You can either like it or hit the road. I'm an only child, my nigga. I'm under God. He the only nigga out there. Hold on.
And I'm under God too.
Listen. I'm under God. He the only.
It's just frustrating, bro. Like it's different. I see what you're saying. You absolutely right. Yo, boy, as being a content creator, we deal with these people a lot, yo, and that shit it gets frustrating. Like, yo, if you was to go back and look at some of the videos I did on Charleston White and look at the last one I did, and just go to the comments, yo, that shit be like, yo, oh my God, we lost. Like, we are fucking lost. Like, yo, like it's bad, and it takes a toll on you, yo. It do. I understand his frustration. I understand why he's coming at him like I completely get it. Now you're right. You know, it is ways to have a conversation. Yo, but these motherfuckers are frustrating. Because, yo, he on the same page as me when it come down to, yo, we want better for the community, yo. Like, he ain't on, and that's why I rock with y'all. He ain't one of them ones that's just here to monetize and, no, yo, we trying to get the narrative right. Trying to get the narrative right, man. This narrative that's getting spent on black people. That's why we had to learn about Ryan Wetton today. Because these people try to make it seem like, yo, we the biggest criminals in the world. Ryan Wetton moved 60 tons of fucking drugs a year. $1 billion industry. He was an Olympic skater. But you don't see that plastered everywhere. And he still want to run. Top 10 most dangerous men in the United States. If we was to go to most dangerous, matter of fact, after I show y'all this, we're gonna go to America's Most Wanted. Let's see who they are. Let's check out. Let's see who's America's Most Wanted.
Person I got to impress and my motherfucking family. And I cut the deck with, hold on, and the deck get cut with them as well. So I tell you like this, I will quit fucking with a nigga off of his opinion.
Exactly.
That's how I operate in life. You don't have to fuck with that. But if you have the wrong type of opinion around me, I can give a fuck about you, nigga.
Because it go into integrity, yo. It goes into, that's what you gotta understand. It's not just it goes into your integrity. It goes into your moral compass. It goes into who you are. So it's like, yo, I can't, if you can accept that Charleston White dissed that little girl.
No, I can't.
Hold on, let me say this. And just disregard it and say, oh no, but I still fuck with him. It's like, yo, ow.
I didn't say I say I fuck with him. I said
that's the same thing.
He was wrong.
Hey, listen. Hold on, Live. All that old word semantic shit over here, I'm booting you, bro.
Not semantics, bro. I'm telling you what I said.
You said you fuck with him. You said you fuck. That's the same thing, bro. That's the same thing. We doing that, bro. If you do that again, I'm picking you.
No, you're not wrong. I said you ain't wrong, T-Bro.
I have
it's just frustrating, yo.
Just like you were talking about, just with the compass of the morals and stuff. I live by that. I'm under God the same way we all are. But for me, having opinions of certain things, bro, shouldn't think.
Fuck that nigga. I said what I said, man. We ain't playing.
What's up, Tay? I just wanted, yo, that's how people be like. It's frustrating dealing with them people, man. Who are America's Most Wanted?
9 individuals remain on the FBI's Most Wanted Fugitives list: Wilver Villegas Palomino, Ryan James Wedding, Ruja Ignatova, Omar Alexander Cardenas, Didalam Innocent, Fausto Isidro Meza Flores, Alejandro Rosales Castillo, Yulan Adoni Arjaga Carias, and Bhadresh Kumar Shitambai Patel.
Yeah, I don't see a black man on that list. These ain't black people. See, but this shit they want you. This is what they want you to believe, that black people are the most dangerous people on this earth, and that is a fucking bold-faced fucking lie. Probably one of the greatest lies ever told. One of the greatest lies ever told is black people are the most dangerous people on earth. They're the most dangerous people in America. But the fucked up part about it is black people believe it. That's the fucked up part about it. Ten most wanted fugitives, most wanted terrorists. There you go. There go Ryan Wetton. We just learned about him, Olympic skater. He up there. Who's he? What he do? He probably a foreigner. Department of Transnational Organized Crime Reward. He's charged with conspiracy to commit hostage taking, resulting in death, kidnapping of Christian ministries in Haiti. He's from Haiti. Yeah, so he not an American black. I'm talking about American black man. American black man ain't no way on this list. He probably just on this bitch for an honorable mention. I mean, we don't want to make it all the way white. We gotta throw this guy on here. Ain't no American black people on here, man. What'd he do? Let's check yo out. Omar Alexander. Fuck is he on a run for? What the fuck? Damn, y'all. You lost the fucking page. Now they kicked us out the page. I guess they didn't want to talk about that. Where the fuck the FBI shit go at? Fugitive vice crime. They got an anniversary list. They probably only a few black people on this motherfucker. 10 most wanted fugitive list.
March 14th, 2025 marks the 75th anniversary of the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives program. The top 10 list, as it's sometimes known, has included some of the most elusive and dangerous criminals.
Stay tuned. The Bureau would issue flyers to law enforcement, the criminals, in which they're the center of town. Moving more toward, so captured a.
I don't want this. I ain't trying to hear them FBI agents talk. Fuck out of here. Fuck all my shit. They just locked up somebody. Yo, why we can't find that page we was just on? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to the page, y'all? This wasn't the page. If we want to put that access to that page or something, fuck happened to it? I can't find a bitch no more. Hold up, y'all. That's crazy. Oh, that's that one that's over there, huh? It hit the bitch. Oh. Guess we can't find that page again. I don't even think I wouldn't even want to go back to Charleston White goofy ass. Like, I ain't really into just being lied to. Here you go. That man don't tell no truth. Did y'all know Big U said Debo was inspired behind him?
Yes, I did inspire the Debo character. Yes.
All right, we're gonna
Tell
go
us
back
about
to
your martial arts.
Martial arts and movies, Steven Seagal. That was the movie was Force of Execution with Steven Seagal, Danny Trejo, and Ving Rhames. And basically, you had to be karate expert to be in the movie. I had a fight scene in there. It was fun. I've been doing martial arts since I was 9 years old. BKF, SJKA.
It's just been a labor of love. It's been something that we've been doing shit like that since I'm 9-year-old. All my family has done it. But I've been fighting in the streets. That's why you always heard about me smashing things that were on.
Big you love that shit.
Wheels. No losses. I mean, they say I had a loss when I know I had a loss when I was 15 against 1. And they called the police. And I went to jail. I don't know nobody go to jail if they was the loser. And I wasn't unconscious at all. So, how did I lose? I don't understand that.
Do you think that you could whoop on Steven Seagal in
Hey, yo, I just be tripping, yo. Yo, he had wet 100 petrified. Like, yo. That man wanted to say draws. Draws. I know that's you, draws. Yo, I ain't never gonna get over that.
Martial arts fight at this moment.
Well, Steven Seagal is old. He's like 60-some years old.
Yeah, that's why I said, yo, loose cannon and them, they gotta figure a way out. Cause I'm telling you, they ain't gonna make it. All that internet snitching they did, him and Big Brady, they ain't gonna make it, man.
I'm like 15 years younger than Steven Seagal. So you would probably say when we were both younger.
Right.
If me and Steven Seagal was the same age, the same time,
right.
His style versus my style, I would snatch him up. Steven Seagal's style is more of a defensive style. So the way they sit to break against us is different. And since I fought that style a lot, wins. No losses. They don't even do competition fight because the style is not meant to be offensive. So I studied Shotokan, Aikido, Kempo. Kempo was one of my majors in, and I boxed. I did all that. I studied all those different disciplines. I still study disciplines right now to this day. So
go on in.
They don't even do competition fight.
Debo.
I ain't know that though. It makes sense. It makes sense that his character was inspired. Debo was inspired by Big U. I ain't know that though. Yeah, but them boys gotta figure out a way.
What's the point of going #1 and you can't see it, nigga? Hey, listen to the right now. Big and retarded. Put him on a shirt. Put him on a shirt.
Yo, these rap niggas stupid.
Man, whoever got the freeway blocked out need to get y'all together, dog. God. Nick can't get on the fucking freeway. Man, Lord got the freeway blocked off all the way on Pope, dog. What they got going?
Yo, these rap young, clout is a wild game, man. Somebody gonna pick it up. That shit ain't over, bro. Somebody gonna pick it up. Somebody gonna pick up where Big U left off. It's too lucrative. These fuck boys put that interview out yet? Yo, for them guys to schedule an interview like that, yo, this shit crazy, yo. Like they just making a mockery out of the culture. Make a mockery out of it. I don't want to hear what Vlad has to say. Who the fuck cares what Vlad got to say? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, do people really care what Vlad have to say about Big U? And like I think they be overvaluing their position sometimes. Like, I don't give a fuck how much nobody cares about your opinions, man. Who cares what Vlad have to say about Big U and the Rolling 60 indictment? Not me. Like, I never watch those shit like that. Fuck. Yeah, this shit terrible, man. I don't know, y'all. Ultimately, I just think we living in a fucked up time. Matter of fact, I wanted to check out my man C Hood. I fuck with C Hood. He did an interview with Ken Capone. See the C Hood, you probably watching. Hey, C Hood, you need to tell Ken Capone, give me an interview. That niggas don't fuck with me. That's C Hood, but the interview guys. I got a lot to say on everything. You want to go viral, right? Fucking Doug up there.
Lay it up. See, it was outside.
Take me through what happened that day.
I'm gonna take you to how all that laid up, how it all laid up. See, now I gotta clear this up too, because there's a lot of people on the internet saying, "Oh, D-Thing up the bang on FBG Young in the middle of a peace treaty." They lying, man. That's a lie. Wasn't none of them outside. It was my boy Bleak. Bleak, he used to be on STL, and he used to be trapping with me on King Drive. You know what I'm saying? There was only a couple of gangsters, disciples that was trapping on King Drive. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of them. And he knew Young now. You feel what I'm saying? So he brought Young over there, and I got D-Thing hollering at him. They was hollering. And it took some grown dude to come out there, start screaming and going crazy. And that's when Young just pimped off. You feel what I'm saying? Because it escalated already. So what he still over there for? Nobody up no gun or none of that stuff, man. I just wanted to clear that up before I went into it, man. But D-Thing 600, man. That's my boy Trigger. Trigger is my man's from 600. That's my man's. Solid dude. He used to be up under me, rocking with me and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? He always knew how to do his own thing. He was just a younger guy who navigated to me and was rocking and rolling with what I had going on. So he gonna forever be my boy. I was to rock with him real heavy, and D-Thing used to be up under him. That's how it really went. D-Thing was outside, and he was in the car with some females. He's sliding up 61st in Vernon, going up 62nd, 63rd, busting the right, bust another right, get back on King Drive. Now, while he doing this, he done did it 3 times. Now, while he doing it, nobody know he riding up and down Gyro, throwing down the rakes.
Dropping the rakes?
Yeah, dropping the rakes. Nobody know that. So now he out the car the 3rd time, the car gone. He on 61st. He on 61st of King Drive.
I ain't gonna lie. Sleep them C Hood, but I don't be sure here. Fuck with C Hood, but like yo, I don't know, yo, that gangster shit don't really move me. Like I think for the most part, just people that never lived that life is intrigued by it. Like I ain't intrigued by that shit because I know what that shit get you. Shit don't intrigue me on no level. Hey, rest peace to George Foreman, man.
Former heavyweight boxing champion George Foreman has died at the age of 76. His family shared his death in a post on social media.
Boxing legend, television personality, born-again preacher, Foreman lived up to his in-ring nickname Big George his entire life.
He won Olympic gold for the U.S. before going on to the world heavyweight crown, first as a young man and then 20 years later becoming the oldest heavyweight champ in boxing history. Though he is also famous for his match with Muhammad Ali in what was then called Zaire in 1974 in the fight dubbed the Rumble in the Jungle.
His return to the top came while endorsing and pitching cookware, especially his famous George Foreman grills. The family...
Damn, man. Rest peace, George Foreman, man. He lived a long time, yo. A lot of people dying younger and younger. Yo, people really watching. The criminal lawyer reacts. See, I can't watch them because they're gonna give you some legal mumbo jumbo. They ain't really gonna give you the truth. You know what I mean? Because they just gonna give you the legal shit. Oh, let me show y'all this. Remember the other day, y'all, we talked about this guy right here? The pastor that got killed. So the lady, they locked this lady up for murder. Yo, but this shit looks like, to me, this is justified. They need to free this girl, man. Oh, shit, I still ain't highlight that kid case. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Oh, Anne Arundel County. His mother sent me some stuff. I ain't get to it yet. Shit.
First at 5 on your news leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd? Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see. Here's WREG investigator April Thompson. Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the up.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
Self-defense.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like that.
Keith Perry says his client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video, and it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar. Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion, and the man got between them.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion, and he throws it to the ground, and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck, since she had never met Floyd before. That's where the video picks up.
Whatever triggered him, he was upset with Mrs. Marion. He fought through 2 individuals to get to her, and watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out. But he had aggression in his heart.
They need to free this lady, man.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor Floyd's family, WREG reached out to a family spokesperson and shared the video. It was their first time seeing it.
At this difficult time, we're just totally focused on prayer and maintaining our faith in the justice system. We trust that it will fulfill its purpose and provide us the answers and the accountability that is essential right now.
But Marion's attorneys believe the video shows their client was defending herself, and that should have been taken into consideration when she was in jail 7 days and given a $100,000 bond.
You're witnessing a person that has just been assaulted and is getting a tag number and trying to do what they're supposed to do, and you're witnessing a person who, despite the great 58 years that he has lived, and we're not asking anybody in the public to measure him by that last 30 minutes of his life or what have you, but for that last 30 minutes was angry.
For your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News.
That should be self-defense. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This, I seen the story, right? And the lady was talking about how her son is getting mistreated out, well, he caught a case. He caught a case out, Anne Arundel County. Oh God, where the fuck is that? Come on now. Where's the fucking message? That ain't it. Here you go, right here. So this is what she told me, right? She said, so basically, the man with the glasses on was my son's former defense attorney. His name is Mike McGraw. He worked with the prosecutors to get a conviction. No victim, no witnesses, no DNA on the shirt they claim to been his. No. Oh, they claim to been his. This judge is heard saying on audio to the former defense attorney. So you're not going to challenge the fact that it's not an accurate identification of your client? You can't see no face yet? He knew the attorney wasn't going to challenge it, and he still allowed the trial to proceed, which he's saying he made a promise to the jury. My son has been sentenced to 55 years. It was 80. It's been very personal. And he had all-white jury as well. All these was from transcripts that I paid a private attorney to get from me. They were at the bench without my son discussing ways to find him guilty, even stopping witnesses from testifying. I have one, but it's saying it's too long to send. So I told her to send me the link. I don't think she ever sent it. But this is what she sent me so far, right? That's probably why I didn't get to the video yet.
This is our present. Our present. And we approach very short.
I am not going to call this way, but I am
Look.
Not going to ask the court.
So they thought, yo, these people so fucking dirty. They thought it was supposed to be a white noise. You know, that's when they put the white noise up. That's why you hear the little break in it. But they got the audio. Anne Arundel County Circuit Judge Mark with Crooks is also heard on trial audio conspiring for Marion White, former defense counsel, to not call his witnesses because it might put fuel to the fire. But you see,
I am not going to call this way, but I am not going to ask the court that you be allowed to come back in the courtroom this time.
You are asking me to.
I am not. Okay. I just think that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that might be it. It puts fuel on the fire.
Yeah, I think that's fine. So
I appreciate that.
And may I use the restroom there?
Now this was the person he's talking about is a witness for the defense. This is a defense attorney going to the judge saying, I'm not calling a witness. It's going to add fuel to the fire. So what this mother is saying is that this judge conspired with the defense attorney to convict her son. You got 50.
God, listen. God, listen, this just to identify my client for the forest village. That's already been done. At this point, it's legal. The real forest village is right. Means I think tried by the previous group. Are you saying you're not gonna stipulate in your closing that was an accurate identification? Well, if not, then the state has freedom to simply meet the verdict brutality. So I put the invasive province to jury. It was been like that for a long time. Until we ruled them this year stipulating to that fact the state and not even going to challenge that that's not an accurate identification. You can't see the client's face, which I think you quasi-looked on. So the objections noted, which I think the rule like preaching.
Man, sweet the mom trying to get her son home, man. Son, they was on some bullshit. I wish she could send me. I wish she could send me. I wish she can send me everything she got. Cause she got a lot of shit on her page. The whole page is dedicated to this, to be honest.
What? Sergeant Strack was exiting the courtroom, and Ms. Thorpe White, who was sequestered per the rule on witnesses, she started quoting back to him his testimony in a mock fashion. She was outside of the courtroom.
Okay, and this was on Friday afternoon?
Yes.
And so he was walking by them, and she was just saying out loud, just repeating phrases?
Correct.
And I'm not minimizing it, just so I understand the scope of the concern. Was it, and not that could be interpreted threatening, but was there anything threatening? Because that's the next sort of third rail, as it were.
No, I mean, candidly, I've actually been the subject of quite a bit of harassment, but then I'm like, I can take it. I get it. The family's always going to be slightly unhappy in a situation like this. But my issue with what she did was, based on what defense has disclosed, is going to be a witness. And he's going to be a witness relating to the video that was the primary subject of Sergeant Strack's testimony, which that's just a problem in the state perspective. Whether she was being fed direct pieces of his testimony or listening to them herself, I don't know. I know that my advocate told me that she was near the door.
There's also a concern that one of the witnesses in the gallery was raised to me about issues. I didn't think it was something I had to raise to your attention, that someone had braids and earbuds in and was feeding in real time, which is why I was trying to be as vigilant as I was with regard to cell phone. So that may be the causal link in how she could have, because I'm pretty sure they're not ordering daily copy of $6 a page and pretty confident. So yeah. And so, I mean, this isn't obviously not in your control, but look, she's on deck after the state rests?
I think I can probably make the scene. Sure. I don't intend to call her at this point based on the evidence that's used thus far. And I was actually going to say that she did text me several times over the weekend. Of course, free to look at my phone. I didn't respond to any of them. And I do know that, that she has not been friendly to Mr. Newbound in the past. I think that's probably an understatement. Yeah. So I don't intend to call her at this point.
What's her relationship to you? It's mother. And this is who you're going to call as an ally?
No. The person I'm going to call as an ally is the defendant's girlfriend.
Okay. All right. So, well, if you change your mind on that front right now, I'm going to keep her kicked out of court based on that representation alone. So I don't know what she looks like. So you'll have to tell me if anyone that looks like her comes in the courtroom, and I'll enforce. It's different now from what we're all witnesses based on those representations. It's about orderly processes.
And not to interrupt the book, but I intentionally avoided the clear out the trial for all of these types of reasons.
Yeah, no, this case, because there's so many unknown, uncharged persons, and I'm just taking judicial notice how many people appear in the video clips. It has all the sort of Tinder for being powder keg, because usually when people either think they've gotten a windfall or they think someone unfairly is being prosecuted because all the other people didn't answer charges or whatever it is. I'm not saying normative by any of those things, but in my experience, these are the type of dynamics that really lead to a volatile courtroom / hallway / gallery / everything. And so I've asked the sheriffs to be extra vigilant. My only ask to both of you is just keep making up my problem. Just let me know, and we'll deal with it as it comes. But the first thing is just to keep her out of the courtroom. I guess my next question to both of you is something we should do in front of the defendant. It involves the charges as a handlings issue and a disqualifying crime issue. But let me just pose it to you. Anything else based on sort of the general nature of what we're talking about now, security / preservation of courtroom? No.
Man, these motherfuckers play a dirty game, man. Yeah, I need her to send me all of this shit. They gave him an upward departure. Okay, private attorney, no phones was used on trial. But they think otherwise. Watch out the oils in their career. Man, suit to this mother, man. she ought to motherfucker. She know what the fuck she supposed to do though. What's this? This the one CT that convicted my son by Annapolis Police Department. What the fuck? Can you see anybody on that bitch? Yeah, she gotta send me all of this. If she want me to really like, I need, what's this?
Where was she?
She was outside of the courtroom.
Okay, and this was on Friday afternoon?
Yes.
And so he was walking by them and she was just saying out loud, just repeating phrases?
Correct.
And I'm not minimizing it, just so I understand the scope of the concern. Was it, and not that could be interpreted threatening, but was there anything threatening? Because that's the next sort of third rail, as it were.
No, I mean, candidly, I've actually been the subject of quite a bit of harassment. I can take it. I get it. The family's always going to be slightly unhappy in a situation like this. But my issue with what she did was she's, based on what defense has disclosed, is going to be a witness. And she's going to be a witness relating to the video that was the primary subject of Sergeant Track's testimony, which that's just a problem in the state perspective. Whether she was being fed direct pieces of his testimony or listening to them herself, I don't know. I know that my advocate told me that she would hear the
There's also a concern that one of the witnesses in the gallery was raised to me by the sheriff. I didn't think it was something I had to raise to your attention, that someone had braids and earbuds in and was feeding in real time, which is why I was trying to be as vigilant as I was with regard to cell phone. So that may be the causal link in how she could have.
Like, it's like they more worried about the family than the motherfucking the trial at hand. So they was using false warrants to enter her house. So they was out to get her son from the beginning. In 2022, Detective Creef was using false warrants to enter my house. He was disciplined, and now he's back harassing my family. So this is Annapolis, Maryland. And my Deuce ain't playing though.
This is our present time. And we approach very sure.
And sleep to that mother, man. Hope she gets justice for her son. I need her to send me everything she got, though. If we can really, I need her to get on the platform, talk about what's going on, send me everything, and we can run through the whole shit. You know, because that's what these people do. They take advantage of people, man. They take advantage of the situation. They think you just supposed to accept whatever they do to you, yo, and it's not right. It's not reality. But that's the system that we dealing with. That we got black people praising, and you got people like Whack 100 and Charleston White using it to arrest other black men. Then you got black people saying it's okay. Like, yo, that's why, yo, this should be so frustrating, yo, when you deal with some of these people. It's like, yo, when we start praising the system, dirtiest it's been for all these years. When we start praising it, when we start playing police games, you got motherfuckers wearing badges and people got laughing emojis. Like, I don't know, man. I'd be glad when we figure that shit out. That shit's frustrating. For real. But I appreciate everybody that tapped in. We probably do an early live tomorrow, probably around like 12. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Know that, keep it new, and I'm out.